Hey everyone, how are y'all? Hey Kelly P, how are you? Wilby, how are you? Hey Thistle, how are you? Delana, how are you? Lady V, how are you tonight? Dreamcatcher, how are you? Hey Vapor, how are you? Betty Joe, how are you tonight? And Betty Joe's the grandbaby feeling any better? Vapor, I'm doing okay, I guess. I'm tired. Super tired. K Raz, how are you? This little Can someone answer Port Thistle's question, please? Hey Scott, how are you? Yes, y'all don't forget to hit them thumbs up on your way in, please. Linda, how are you? Betty Joe, I'm glad to hear she's feeling better. I saw that picture and poor baby. You could just tell she did not feel good at all. Thank you, Delana. Linda, you're very welcome. All right, so I'm gonna wait till a few more people come in, and I got something that I need to say about something that was brought to my attention, and then we're gonna get into this court document. Uh oh yes, Dreamcatcher. I tried to find you on Facebook and I even clicked on that link. I think I emailed you back. When I clicked on the link that you had left in the email, um, it took me straight to Facebook and telling me I had to sign in and all that. But I did try to find you and I couldn't find you. So I will send you the invite link, which I guess I should have done that in the email that I emailed when I emailed you back. But I will do that tonight. Hey, Pokey Dots, how are you? Sweet Melissa, how are you? Thank you, Thistle. I love all of you as well. As a matter of fact, let me go grab this real quick and send this to Dreamcatcher before I forget. Why is it not? Okay, here we go. All right, Dreamcatcher, I'm about to email you back with this link so I don't forget. Give me just 1 second. Why is it not bringing up your email now? What the heck? Give me just 1 second, y'all. Okay. Okay, I just sent it to you, Dreamcatcher. Hey, Dan, how are you? Okay. Lady V, thank you so much for being a member for 11 months. And she says, love you, Scarlett and family. Well, Lady V, we all love you as well. Hey, Casey, how are you? Carrie, how are you tonight? Cool Gamer, how are you? Hey, Crime Sleuthin, how are you? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say what I need to say on an issue that I was made aware of today. Um, y'all know in my chat, I do not allow, hey, Glowbug, how are you? I do not allow people to bash other creators. It just creates unnecessary drama that we don't want or need here on the channel. Hey, Tech Death and Jeremy, how are y'all? Hold on one second. Okay. Um, but it was brought to my attention today that there is somebody by the name of Valerie, and I don't know if she's coming here or not, that is went and taught another creator, and I have spoken to this creator, and I let this creator know that Valerie lied, that I was talking about this creator, about her kids, I was making fun of her, and some other things. I don't do drama. Y'all know that. People on this channel don't like drama. And usually I wouldn't even say anything about this on the live. But I don't like people going in line and saying that Scarlett says something that Scarlett didn't say. The Black Widow channel, how are you? Especially saying that I brought up someone's kids, because I would never do that. So I don't know if Little Miss Valerie's listening or not. But if you're going to, and Valerie, if you are listening, if you're going to say that I said something, you need to show receipts. Otherwise, keep my name out of your mouth. Quit going to other channels trying to create drama and all this and that, because it's not going to work. I don't do it. I'm not in 6th grade anymore. You want to do that, go back to 6th grade, because I ain't doing it. So that's all I got to say about that. Greedy Girl Issues, how are you? I'm not dealing with it. I'm not having someone lie and say that I said something I didn't say, especially about something like that. Princess Megan, that's all it is. Hey, Loaded Hod, how are you? All right, now let's move into this court document, y'all. Casey, that is true. Hey, Margaret, how are you? And I will also say this, if y'all don't mind, just any other issues that's going on with other channels, just don't bring it into this chat, just because I don't want the drama over here with other channels. Hold on, y'all. I got to answer a text back. I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't want the drama. Dreamcatcher, you're welcome, honey. I'm not that hard up for clicks and views. Okay, thank you for letting me know that, Vapor. Hey, Labor Moon, how are you? Yeah, Glowbug, I will get back to you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been like super busy the last 4 or 5 days. But yes, I will get back to you. I promise. So like I said, if there's any drama with other channels or anything like that, just don't bring it into the chat. That's all I ask. I don't care who goes to what channel. I'm not the type of creator that's going to say, hey, I don't want you at this channel. I ain't doing all that. Y'all are grown. Y'all can go wherever y'all want. I just don't want the drama here. And I don't want people lying, saying that I said something that I did not say, especially when it's about someone's kids, because I would never do that at all. Okay, now I'm not going to sit here and keep dwelling on it. I just wanted to address that. Hold on. And we're fixing to move on to this court document, and then I'm going to open up the panel. Angie, how are you? Terry, how are you tonight? All right, y'all. So the state has motioned the court for a scheduling order wanting to get this trial started. Let me get this pulled up real quick, y'all. I'm literally sitting here clicking on the wrong stuff. Angie, I got a little bit of rest, but I was up super early this morning. Got to get up super early again in the morning. So I will say I'm probably not going to be here for 4 hours tonight. But I am going to open up the panel because I just want to hear what people, their thoughts on this or whatever. All right, so let me get through this real quick. So this is a motion for scheduling order. And can everyone see it okay? Or do I need to zoom it in a little bit more? Okay, Dan, let's see. Did you see my comment about my neighbor? Dan, hold on. I'm sorry. No, I must have missed it. And Linda, thank you for hitting a thumbs up. And we wish you and your family a Merry Christmas as well. Okay, y'all give me 1 second. Let me find Dan's comment real quick before I lose it. Trying to get over me finding my 73-year-old neighbor. Dan, I am so sorry. Wow. Prayers out for you and for your neighbor's family. That is awful, especially this time of year. Okay, looks good. Thank you, K-Brass. All right, so this is a motion for scheduling an order. Hey, Fort Chihuahuas, how are you? All right, so it says, comes now the state of Idaho by and through the Latah County prosecuting attorney and respectfully moves the court for a scheduling order addressing without limitation the following. Like they are ready to get this trial started. Dan, that is so sad. His birthday was Sunday. Wow. I hate to hear that. But please let his family know, Dan, that we are praying for them. Okay, so number 1, scheduling a jury trial to run for approximately 6 weeks, including penalty phase. The state proposes that the court schedule trial for the summer of 2024 and that the trial dates avoid times when Moscow High School and our area universities are in session. As the court is aware, Moscow High School is directly adjacent to the courthouse premises, and already the significantly increased amount of media and other vehicles related to this case has strained available parking as well as safety and convenience for pedestrians, including students. The court is also aware that when the local universities are in session, it is not infrequent for area lodging to become unavailable due to university-related activities such as sporting events, graduation, etc. So they already know, y'all, that whenever this trial starts, like Moscow is going to be bombarded with the media, people trying to get into the court, people just trying to get a picture or a video. anything like that, they already know what's up with that. And hold on, y'all, I forgot to do my email. Top of the chat. Shit. Loaded hot. That's what it seems like they're trying to get it done. That way, all the kids are gone. The kids won't be bothered, which the kids don't need to be bothered. None of the students, whether it's high school, university, or whatever, they don't need to be bothered uh, with the people that is going to be there for this case. All right, and I just pinned my email to the top of the chat if anybody needs it. Okay, so the state also requests that the court set a daily trial schedule of 8:30 a.m. to approximately 3 p.m. For a trial of this length, it is appropriate to afford jurors some amount of time to tend to their personal affairs. Additionally, having more time in the afternoon allows for better preparation by the parties and allows for reasonable opportunities and time for the court and counsel to address any motions or other matters that routinely arise during the course of jury trials. In the state's experience, this type of daily trial schedule is typically appreciated by the jurors as well as the court staff and counsel. Number 2 says the deadlines for completion of discovery for both the state and the defense. So this is all the things that they are motioning the court for. Kelly, I don't know about the elementary school, but it does say in here that about the high school being right there next to the courthouse. So that's another reason that they're using to do this during the summer. All right, so number 3 says deadlines for both parties to make expert disclosures pursuant to the ICR 16B7 and C4. Number 4, deadlines for filing of pretrial motions and responses and replies thereto, including but not limited to motions in limine, motions relating to the DP, and any motions under ICR 12B. 5 says deadlines for jury questionnaire proposals. 6 is deadlines for proposed jury instructions. 7, deadlines for proposed witnesses pursuant to ICR 16B, 6, and C3. 8 says deadlines for Rule 404B notices. 9 is dates for pretrial motions to be heard. 10, any other matters to facilitate the orderly progress of this case towards trial. The state notes that in this court's August 22nd, 2023 scheduling order, the court set a date certain for sentencing disclosures, including witnesses, exhibits, expert reports, and any other evidence. The state requests that the court allow the parties further opportunities to supplement their disclosures following receipt and review of the opposing parties' initial disclosures. Hey, millennials, how are you? The court's August 22nd, 2023 scheduling order also directed the submission of trial exhibits and names of witnesses. The state again requests that the court afford the parties and opportunities to supplement those responses after they have had the opportunity to review and consider the initial submissions of the other party. In its August 22nd, 2023 scheduling order, the court afforded the defendant an additional opportunity to provide notice of alibi in accordance with court rule and statute. The state submits that the defendant has already been afforded this opportunity, and the court heard argument on the motions relating to such. The state submits the opportunity for the defendant to disclose an alibi and notify the state of the same has passed and asks the court not to reopen this issue. If it would help in identifying dates and scheduling, the state would recommend that the court schedule a status conference on record for the purpose of scheduling. So this was submitted, signed, dated, everything today, December the 21st. So the state is wanting to get this moving along. They're wanting to get it done this summer, get it over with. Hopefully that will be the case. And we'll see a trial start this summer. I don't know. I would assume that now it's going to come back with something from the defense. and what they have to say about this whole scheduling order that the state has motioned the court for. And I seen somebody say about after the 4th of July weekend, but I wonder if they're talking about it being 6 weeks, and I don't have a calendar right here in front of me for that summer of 2024. But I wonder how far into August that would put them, and how close that would put the trial still going on, especially if there is a conviction in the sentencing part of it. Hey, Avery, how are you? How close that would put it to when school starts back. All right, y'all. I dropped the link. Anybody wants to come up, you're more than welcome to. I want to hear what y'all have to say about this. And I would like to say, real quick, while I'm thinking about it, between now and Christmas, if whenever I'm live, if some of y'all aren't able to make it to a live, I would like to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas to you and your family. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. I don't know yet if I'm going to go live Christmas nights. I thought about going maybe later on that night and just, everybody just having like a chill night. Hey, Sick, how are you? Um, but we'll have to see. I'm rearranging my calendar. Well, Loaded Hot, as soon as them trial dates drop, uh, like everybody already knows it's going on my calendar, and I'm not leaving the house. I'm staying right here and covering it. For Chihuahuas, thank you, honey, and Merry Christmas to you and your family as well. Lady V, how are you?
I'm great. How are you, Scarlett?
I'm tired, but I'm good. My body still feels like it's been ran over by a Mack truck.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm good.
Well, that's good. Yeah. So you were probably what you were thinking was right. They were going to have it in the summer.
I mean, it just, hey, GGB, how are you? It just makes sense to
It
have it during the summer with all the kids not there, because like I said, even the college students and especially the high school students. And someone said about, hey, PJ, how are you? About there being an elementary school next to the courthouse. None of those students need to be um, interfered with or walked up to, or just even in the mix of all the media and possibly being on camera by accident. They don't need none of that.
I tell you what, I don't think they should have an elementary school by the
Courthouse. But I'm gonna have to look that up because they did bring it up in that court document about the high school being adjacent to the
I
courthouse.
could be wrong. I could have misheard. I have to
I
apologize.
certainly hope so. That's kind of scary, actually. What if somebody gets loose from the courthouse? Anyway,
Well, hold on a minute now.
Wilby, yawning is not
I
allowed.
said I know I did yawn a while ago. I'm sorry. I tried to
Hi,
get over there, but it just started before I could get my mute headed that direction.
Hey,
hi,
Jason,
Debbie.
how are you?
Hi, Debbie. Hi, Kelly.
How
Hello.
is everyone doing tonight?
Good.
Well,
How are you?
hello to I see four of my favorite people up here. Hi, everybody.
We've missed you.
Yes, very much.
Yeah.
Yes.
It hasn't gone unnoticed.
No.
Aw,
Not at all.
That is true.
thank you. I've missed you guys too. I think we all sometimes come to a point where we just gotta step away for a minute. I
Yeah.
noticed I was, even you probably noticed the last couple of times I was up on panel, I was just not feeling it. Not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody needs a break.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
all go through that.
Yeah. I mean, all
I
the
was
stuff
like,
that we
I'm just,
cover with true crime, it gets heavy, and
yeah,
everybody needs a break from it every now and then.
yeah. The Black Widow had a really good question. I can't find it now. Where did that go?
Now, your break is over, just like Scarlett's was over long before she got back on here.
Yeah.
But I have an excuse. I
You
had no
did.
computer. And I cannot do StreamYard on my phone. I
Yeah,
can't
you
do
keep
it.
I don't see how anybody can. I hear
I
people
don't
doing that,
either,
and I'm like,
Deb.
it's a phone. How can you see
I
anything on
I
StreamYard?
don't either.
Yeah. You can't bring nothing up. I don't like it. Where I live at, we don't get good signal. I would have to go sit out in my truck for 4 hours.
not doing
Oh,
it.
You
Right.
need a bionic eye to see your phone.
I'm just
Yep, this
Yeah.
is true.
I
Sally
not
Mae,
only
you
have to have
caught me.
StreamYard, but 2 monitors.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like I can't do without my 2 monitors, y'all. And Sally Mae done caught me.
Caught
that
you
was
what?
fun.
She said no Red Bull. She heard me when I
Oh
opened it.
yeah, I hear it.
Oh,
Sally Mae, I
amazing.
gotta have it though. Like y'all, I was up at 8 o'clock this morning. I've been getting up early, going to bed late. I haven't had much sleep. I've been working with the husband, trying to help him with some stuff with
Oh
his
yeah.
job, and I'm too flippant old for it. Okay.
Pecan shaker.
Oh my God, I'm so sick. Y'all, I would rather be in a hayfield in the summertime than a pecan orchard in the winter. I'll be honest with you. I hate it.
I don't know. That hay is awful itchy.
Hey,
You've
It-
probably been
Vapor.
around it so long and get you know.
I close my eyes and I see pecans, y'all. I'm over it.
You feel like a squirrel.
Oh my God, I'm just over it.
Hey,
You have a-
Scarlett.
Uh
Kinda
huh.
You
like
have a-
growing tobacco.
I saw
Yeah.
a question. I think it was by Black Widow that asked if we know if the trial will be actually live streamed, or are we going to get like video like later, like we have been.
Okay, I'll have to go back and find. Let me see if I can find it. Well,
I don't think it says that, or does it?
I don't think it specifies other than, and let me find it just so I can read it word for word what it says.
Okay, I didn't know if I'd missed anything. So last I heard something about the judge was going to be like taking control, but I really
He
wasn't
is.
sure what that meant.
Yes, he is going to use the court's cameras. He's not going to be using media cameras in the courtroom.
Yeah.
It is going to be on his YouTube channel.
Judge.
Right. And
Yeah.
I just assumed that with it being on his YouTube channel, that it's going to be live streamed. But then
I hope so.
again, me too. But then again, and I'm looking for the documents real quick about the cameras. It could be a Lori Vallow type thing where it's done during the day, recorded, and then there may be some things that they may need to redact out of it. And then they release it that afternoon or that
Yeah.
night. Because like with Lori's, they would edit out like the mid-morning breaks, lunch, mid-afternoon breaks. So that way it wasn't so long of an audio, which we only got audio, we didn't get video. I don't know.
Idaho is what time zone? I'm just curious.
They are 2 hours behind me, so there's Pacific time. Well, Moscow is anyway.
So that would mean like once they quit Eastern time, I'm trying to get.
They would be
It'd be
3
3
hours ahead
hours.
of you. I mean,
Yeah.
3 hours behind you. I'm sorry. Okay.
Well, it's raining here, y'all.
Yeah, it's supposed to start raining here Saturday. That's why we've been working like late hours, because once it rains, you can't do the pecans.
It's been like 60 degrees in the daytime here.
Oh, wow.
Really?
That's about what it was today here.
It's been like 50s here, maybe close to 60.
What the heck? And I'm hearing an echo. Zoom information. I know that there is a document for the cameras. I just gotta find it. There's so many. Yeah, there was so many documents that seems like it was added the whole month that I was off YouTube.
I've muted them. YouTube, so I don't think I'm the echo, but
Okay, and it's not real bad. It's just I can hear it when I'm talking. I don't know because I'm not looking at StreamYard either right now, so I don't know where it's coming from. What the heck is the one for the camera? What month was that put out? Was that in October or November that was put out about the cameras?
I say it hadn't been that long, maybe November.
I think it was November whenever he said he was going to take control of it and all.
Okay, let me. Where did it fall? Okay, maybe this is it. Okay, PJ said they think it was November as well. Okay. Let me just
Yeah,
go
because
down.
that was when you didn't have your computer. So yeah,
Oh, yeah. I was out for the whole month of November.
yeah.
Okay. So the conclusion of it, it's 9 pages long, so I'm not reading all of it. I'm just going down to the very bottom of it. The conclusion of this document says, for the reasons set forth above, audio visual coverage of any proceedings in this case will be exclusively done by the court. Media and the public are not allowed to video, photograph, audio record, or otherwise transmit during the proceedings. Future public hearings in this case will be video recorded, and that live video stream will be available for the public and the media to review at the court or the court's YouTube channel. And they leave a link for the YouTube channel. And then it says the court reserves the right to amend or prohibit audiovisual coverage in the future if it is determined that videoing the proceedings is interfering in any way with the proper administration of justice. So it just says future public hearings in the case will be video recorded, and that live video stream will be available for the public and media to view at the court's YouTube channel.
So if they finish, say, court at 4.
Well, the state is motioning the court to do it, end it each day at 3:00.
Okay, so 3:00. Then you add 3.
That would be 6:00 your time.
Yeah, and then you say there's an hour to go through it, and maybe you said they may delete this or that. So basically, about dinner time on the East Coast every night, we might start seeing it. I'm guessing. Is that?
If they do it like that, yeah. Now, if it's live streamed, then we'll just get to watch it during the day. It just won't start for us until 10:30 my time, 11:30 your time. So it won't start super early, but it won't end super late either.
Yeah.
Okay, we all know that little Laura is nothing but a professional paper pusher. And she's going to draw this out as long as possible and will probably ask for a change of venue. It's a last-ditch effort to prolong it. I mean, paper, I agree. I mean, she could. I mean, she's gonna respond to it. You know, she could come out and say, "Hey, we agree for it to start, in the summer. That makes sense. But all these other deadlines that the state is asking for, we need dates for all of it. Meaning that anything that the defense has asked for that we have not gotten, the state there needs to be a deadline for the state to have that turned over." And it be enough time that the defense can go over it in order for it to start in the summer.
Yeah, that's what we had. That's what we had right before Bryan waived his right to a speedy trial.
Mm-hmm.
The last one that they had just had was the scheduling order where the judge laid out all those deadlines, remember?
Yep.
So that's what we're going to have again.
Yeah. He's not going to let them pussyfoot around with these motions this spring.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's going to make them get in there every day and get to work, do their business, and not you drop a motion one day and the rest of the week later, he's going to have them bang, 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 day after day to go through them and get them done is what it sounds like to me.
And I'm sure a lot of stuff that's going to be coming out more than likely will be sealed. We're not going to know a lot of what's going on behind the scenes. We'll probably get to see, what the defense's response is, which is going to be interesting because I want to know if she's going to go along with it. be
could get
nice.
a little better understanding of some of the things that are going to be involved in the trial. I'm echoing again. It's not me. It's somebody mute or something. Figure it out.
Yeah, I can't tell where it's coming from.
Debbie and I are muted.
Okay, Kelly, do you have your YouTube
No.
muted?
Tablet. Yeah, I mean, I have it on my TV, but it's not even playing. I just
Okay.
am able to see the comments on the screen.
Okay. And I don't hear it the whole time. It's just every now and then. Oh, see, it was like really bad then. Hold on. Let me check something real quick, Kelly, on your settings. Okay, now is that better? Is it still echoing?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Sounds good so far.
Testing, testing.
Okay, I'm gonna unmute and see if anything happens.
Sounds
Okay.
good to me.
I heard it a little bit on Crime Sleuthins, but hold on, let me do something on hers too.
I don't have YouTube open at all.
Okay, maybe it'll be better now. Hopefully, anyway. If it's just a small echo, it's not that bad. See how that one time. Speaker. Hey, Summer, how are you? Richie, how are you feeling tonight? I don't know. I've said it 1,000 times. I'll be glad when this trial starts, y'all.
I don't even hope. Oh, Lord, I hope not.
But 6 weeks. And I think that's about what Lori's was. But I know that there was a few days here and there in Lori's trial that they didn't have court. Wait, if you go live on Christmas Day, we'll sing Happy Birthday to KK's KK. Okay, Betty Joe, that's fine. We'll let her do it. Hey, K Bird, how are you?
Hey, speaking of health and everything,
Mhm.
we found out today our stepmom, she doesn't have cancer. That biopsy came back where she doesn't have cancer, so the chemo and stuff that they're going to have to do is not going to be near anything like it was going to be before. So,
Oh, well, that's good.
everybody, thank you for your prayers.
For sure.
Absolutely.
That is awesome news.
That's 2 in a week.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now we need one more, so keep praying, guys. That's for my sister-in-law.
Hey, Devil Doll, how are you?
That's
KK,
an
how are
awesome
you?
way to end the year.
Yeah,
Good
it really
news.
is.
Kelly M, how are you? Excuse me.
Because Avery's came back, Jaden's came back really, really good news too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
The power of prayer.
let me look real quick on the Idaho website. I just want to make sure that there wasn't another document that was dropped that I missed. Because when I seen like the motion for scheduling order, I got all happy. And I didn't pay attention if there was other documents. And I'm not seeing any since the 15th. So that was the only one that came out today. But yeah, I think Lori's was like 6 weeks, but Lori Vallow's trial like went by quick. I think Bryan's, I don't think his is going to go by that quick. I think his is going to be super long.
It's going to be a knockdown, drag out fight every single day.
Yeah, it's going to be literally a battle of experts.
Yeah.
Objections and yeah, I can hear it now.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be good though. It's going to be awesome to get to hear all the evidence.
I agree.
I think it's going to be very similar to the Murdaugh trial.
Yeah.
Yeah, the DNA, the cast reports. Yeah, all that. What else was in Murdoch's that could be in this one?
The cell phone data, yeah, that.
Yeah.
The casting reports, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
The vehicle reports was a big one in that one.
Dan,
And
have
then
a good night. Which
and then
one,
the
Debbie?
911 calls.
The
Oh, yes.
vehicle reports, well, they call it
Yes,
the Burl report, but I mean,
right.
we don't yet know 1,000% sure what they could pull off of his car
Right.
because there's so much different information out there. But
Right. I mean,
oh,
I'm ready to hear the 911 call too.
oh my
Mm-hmm.
God,
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
I'm
Yeah.
ready to hear that. I want to know why they kept it from the public. Like, was there had to have been something said in there that one of these people, because they said that multiple people spoke to the dispatcher, there had to have been something that one of those multiple people said in that call about maybe what they seen or something like that that they didn't want it released to the public.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, because usually there's, the 911 calls are released.
Yeah, there's got to be some, I would think, important information in there that they didn't want us to hear. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense why they would have kept it.
Right. And I want to hear Dylan and Bethany's testimony.
Yeah. Why they didn't call.
Yeah, I think that's like the
And
major
were they indeed
things.
texting like it's been kind of alluded to, or was that
Right. Like how they had it in the
how?
PCA.
Yeah, how long during the night? How late? How close to the actual crime? What were they saying back and forth? And,
Mm,
maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's something.
yeah. It's going to be a lot of interesting things that's going to come out.
Yeah, I think a lot of people who have been pointing fingers at certain people are going to feel really stupid when all the truth comes out.
I think so.
Yeah, absolutely. And they deserve to feel that way too, because they just
Yeah.
keep pushing the narratives.
I know.
What's it
Yeah.
not?
Oh,
Libra Moon. I'm assuming that the reason why they did that, she was asking about, why is it not letting me delete? Can somebody delete my comment? I was trying to tag Libra Moon and I hit the enter before I got to do it, and it's not letting me delete or remove the comment. But
so
go ahead.
you go ahead. You were first. Sorry.
I was just going to say, I don't know why they kept her remains as long as they did, unless it has something to do with Chad's upcoming trial in April. It won't let Vapor either. That's crazy. That's the only thing I can think of, but I did see where Kay had posted that she's going to be home for Christmas. So, let's see. Okay, I can do it now. I had to pop my chat out. Okay.
Wouldn't let me do it either. That was weird.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me do it until I popped the chat out. And I didn't mean to send that because I was trying to respond to her in chat and hit the send button before I got her name put in there.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
So there was something recently. I haven't been keeping up closely,
Mhm.
but I saw something somewhere about something that Steve Gonsalves said in a new interview that got people talking about possibly he saw some other leaked footage that we haven't
Yeah.
seen.
Yes. He okay, so what it was, he was on with Ashley Banfield. And this is right after the news about the house being demoed on the 28th of this month. And she had asked him, and I don't even know why she would ask him what he thought about the other family members or victims' families' comments or whatever. But she asked him what did he think about Stacy Chapin's comment about the house, and where Stacy said that, they were okay with it. It needs to come down for the sake of the kids at the school, especially, and her too as well. And he was like, well, I respect it. I understand it. And this is not verbatim what he said, but he said, I respect, that. And I understand that it needs to come down, but maybe she hasn't seen the video that I've seen. like there was a video that was leaked to me, and it shows this car uh, where it stops at certain places and it sits there for a certain amount of time. And he said, I want to know what that man was looking at. I want to know whose window he was looking at or trying to look through. And he said, the only way that a jury can see that is if the house is still standing. Like if
Yeah,
they were to go out there and stand in the spot where this car was
yeah,
parked at, they would be able to see this person in the car that night, their point
yeah.
of view. And he
Or
said, this
whose
is
lights he could be going on and off,
yes.
possibly.
And he said, I don't know about the other 12 or 13 times that, he's been there around the house, but this was the night of the crime when this car did this. And
Wow.
I don't know who leaked it to him, or what, but that's what he had said when he was on with Ashley Banfield.
So
So,
that might be the reason then that they did come out with that alibi that wasn't an alibi, putting him in his car driving around, because maybe they already knew at that point that they did have him definitely nearby on video,
Uh, who
probably.
knows?
maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Possibly, yeah.
I mean, if it's close enough to see that there's a man inside the car, then they probably
Yeah.
have a plate somewhere.
I'm wondering though, like, because he says, I want to know what that man, hey, P Fox, how are you? I want to know what that man was looking at. I don't know if he was specifically saying, yes, I know for a fact it's Bryan Kohberger driving that car, or if he was just in general saying, I want to know what that man was looking at.
Wow. I'm going to have to go back and watch that.
Yeah, that
It's interesting.
it was the night. I think it was the night or the day after, because that they had released the news about the house being torn down. Because the day that that it was announced, um, Christy, and I believe it was Christy, just by the way it was written, had made a post on their Facebook group, the Gonzalez family Facebook group. And she said that she had just found out, about the news about the house, and that she broke down at work crying. She cried all the way home, and this and that. And then the next night, it's the next night or the night after that, but I believe it was the next night. It's when Steve was on with Ashley. I believe he and Olivia got more footage the day Olivia got the video that she used to correct Ellie on the timeline. Could be Vapor.
Yeah, I think they've got a lot more video.
Yeah, there's no telling what all the Gonzalez family, because I mean, as soon as this
I mean,
happened,
the prosecution, what the Gonzalez have seen or not seen, but I just think there's a lot more video.
right? And it's a shame that Kaylee's sister Olivia had to go correct the timeline to the police because they had it wrong. When she found the actual time that
That's
Kaylee and Maddie got home. Hey, Exit Screaming, how are you?
Now that's not that uncommon. We kind of went through that when my sister was found deceased. Law enforcement from the first day, they were trying to tell us that it looked like a self-unaliving.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, no, no, she would never do that to us. And
Right.
she was great. We're like, look at her journals, look at her, emails, her plans, her calendar. She was not, none of that was going on.
But it's a shame though that the family has to go and say, no, you're putting out the wrong information, Ellie. Here's the right information. That's the Ellie's job.
Yeah, it seems like sometimes they take the easy route though.
I wonder if they went. I wonder if it was from those. I wonder. No, he said leaked.
Summer, I can see y'all. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lady B.
Oh yeah, I see you guys. Yeah, I was just wondering if maybe, it was cameras around there that maybe Olivia had gone and got some more footage around there, but he said leak, so that's not it.
I'm sure law enforcement, and maybe her too, to some extent, traced his entire trail from Pullman to Moscow, and checked every doorbell cam, every commercial security cam, every stoplight cam. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure they wouldn't have left any stone unturned. All right, we're echoing again.
I'm dying to know what he or that white car, whatever, was doing in that little area close to where he lived. That was by the what was it, the Student Information Center?
Yeah, the first stop they had him
The
wouldn't
first,
stop for so many minutes, like 8 or
yeah, like
something.
9 minutes, and he was in
Yeah.
that little bitty area. Like, what was he doing for
I
nine
think he was
minutes?
kind of maybe getting his last minute prep
Wait,
on.
which area again?
Right outside of Pullman, when he left his apartment, there was some area that he stopped, and Debbie's probably more aware of the actual place, but he stopped for I think a total of 8 minutes, and it could be all
Yeah, 8 or
related.
9 minutes. He was right
I think
there.
he was doing his last minute
Oh,
preparations, Deb. My
are
opinion.
y'all talking about close to? Hey, KK.
Student, I think it was
Close.
called Student Information Center, something like that. Student
Yeah.
something.
I think it's right before he actually gets on the road that he takes.
Okay,
towards
because I know
Moscow.
that
Am I wrong, Deb?
there was close to an apartment.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
came down and he went around the crash area because there was that crash that had happened. He went
Right.
around it and
Yeah.
ended up at the student, like, what is the name of that?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he went
Unit-
around that
unit
way
or
and then
something?
came down to Palouse.
Yeah.
I don't know.
KKK.
Like I say, I just think it was last minute prep.
Are you talking about the one, Deb, that way back
Yeah.
at the very
Near
beginning
Pullman,
of all of
Washington.
this, that it looked like when you looked, there was a camera out by the band field or something.
No, this is back near
No,
Pullman.
they're talking about over in Pullman.
Yeah.
Right by his
Yeah,
apartment.
not
Yeah.
not very far from his apartment, and I think it's right before you get on the main road he takes to actually get to Moscow, kind of.
Is it like a gas station or something?
Mm-mm.
Huh.
It's like a student union.
I wonder
Yeah.
if that's where
Something.
they
I know-
have messages or something at
I
the.
remember that being brought up. I can't remember the name of the building though.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go pull it up because now I'm
But it
curious.
was like 8 minutes, and I always thought that was his checklist, or hey, one more thing, let's go over it one more time.
Well,
Or
what
maybe-
would be
Angie and Chad said changing his clothes, maybe.
Yeah, like a kit.
What is it, Kelly?
I was just say what do you do in a student center? I mean,
But you don't.
It
He's in
would-
his car. He's sitting in his car going over a list. Do this, do that, have this, have that.
Yeah, I'm
And,
at the
that's
student
just a guess. I don't have
center.
any evidence of that, but he didn't go out and check out the student union. I'll tell you that. He was.
Loaded Hot said, I thought it was the student medical center.
That could be right. I'm not sure. Something to do with the university.
Yeah, it was some student something. I remember that being brought up. I cannot remember the exact name of the building now.
is it
I think
on
it's
any
just a
type of
parking lot
documentation?
used. I don't think the particular building was of it. Not what he was about. It was just a place to pull over and.
Yeah, I think the building was brought up because people had mapped it and
Yeah.
seen, the buildings in that area. It had mentioned, and it was student something. I can't remember. That was way when the PCA first came out,
Yeah.
way back in the first part of January. And it was,
I'm
yeah,
looking for what
late
his address was.
was it 16 something, I believe. Damn, I wouldn't even know what notebook it was in. Hold on, I can get it. Wait, give me a second. It's in the PCA.
Funny.
Yeah, because that's where Gray brought it up.
Give me just 1 second. It's going to be in
Hey,
that PCA.
Crime Sleuth, and you probably didn't see it, but Summer was at some type of office supply store, and she took a picture of this huge binder, and this binder had to be at least 5 inches wide, and it was humongous. And she posted it, and she's like, "I think you might need this, Scarlett," or something like
You know,
that.
it
It
was
was
like
pretty.
a 5 inch
Oh, wow.
binder. Yeah, I need all of my notes in it. 1630 Northeast Valley Road, apartment 201, Pullman.
Okay, hold on. I'm so sorry.
So it was just
1631?
an apartment.
Yeah, no, 1630.
Got it. Northwest Valley. Okay. All
Yeah,
right. So I'm just
no,
going to go straight down from there and I'll see it because it was
wait,
like.
it's Northeast Valley Road.
Okay, got it.
Okay. All right. Let me leave that pulled up.
Because it was the very first stop that they mentioned. It's in the PCA too.
This summer.
So it
First
came
thing,
down.
leaving his apartment, I think he pinged with, if I'm not correct.
Kohberger says student recreation center. It was student something. It wasn't mentioned. It wasn't mentioned in the PCA, but it was brought up only because of people mapping it.
All of the sleuthers.
Okay. So wait.
Well, it is, but it's not. If you look at the PCA, remember it was like the first turn that they saw him at, and you can see where there was a building there that they showed a camera. There was another creator who actually went out there and showed the cameras that they were most likely referring to on these two corners.
Mhm.
And it was between the first thing that they mentioned and the second, but they're only like a block apart or less. And he was in that little area for 9 minutes. It took 9 minutes to get from the first to the second turn.
Okay, so that would have been
So-
traveling north on Southeast Nevada Street at Northeast Stadium Way. That's where he was.
Nevada. Okay. I mean, I see Stadium. Let me find Nevada.
Okay, so that's where he was at 244. Then 253, it said that he was observed traveling southwest on Nevada Street. So he went southeast on Nevada Street. Then 9 minutes later, went back the same way, traveling southeast on Nevada Street. So he stopped somewhere and then continued traveling southeast.
Are we talking about the night of or the next day?
The morning of, like at 2:44 in the morning on the 13th of November. Hey, Melissa D, how are you? Isn't the Pullman police station on Nevada Street? Hold on, let me check real quick. Let me just grab their address real quick and see where they are located at.
Okay, here's the actual intersection. Okay. All right. So let me find the building now.
Okay, the Pullman. Wait, is this the police? Yes, Pullman Police Department is on Crestview Street.
Are you guys able to share your screen?
I would, but I'm out in the country and I can't believe I'm able to stream in StreamYard right now. I see the intersection now. Where was that little? Okay, this is where they were.
But P-Fox, there's something on Nevada Street because I remember that street being mentioned several times. Sierra, yes, I have covered this case from the very beginning.
Okay, could it have been the Office of Academic Student Engagement? Because that's right there.
All right. What's the, hold on, this thing will let me give a cursor.
That kind of sounds familiar too. It's Lady V.
This damn slow. All right, what's the address again?
1630 Northeast Valley Road.
1630
Northeast Valley Road.
East Valley Road.
Yes.
Pullman.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Yeah,
try
he
this.
was in apartment 201.
So if you come like,
Apartment 201, is that his apartment or that's where he stopped?
No, that's his apartment.
Okay, what's the next address is what I'm asking.
Okay, at 2:44 in the morning.
Hold on, let me go back. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, he is.
Where was the 8 or 9 minute stop?
Okay, this is it right here. He was observed on WSU surveillance cameras traveling north on Southeast Nevada Street at Northeast Stadium Way.
do you see the bigger one that says it's East
Northeast
Main
Stadium
Street,
Way?
Wilby?
Well, I'm not getting there yet. Northeast Stadium Way.
Yes.
I'm gonna back up, Deb, because my main computer went out. So
And I'm gonna pull this affidavit up where y'all can see it.
But it's not
Or will
100%
be.
it'll happen.
It's right here. Wait, starting at 2:44. It's all right there.
Okay.
So
And
his
that
apartment,
9-minute stop.
his apartment on the map, if you go straight down, you'll see Martin Stadium. And a little bit down and to the
Yeah.
left is that first intersection that she
Yeah.
just said.
And then he turns and gets on what 270 headed towards.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see.
So we're wondering what he was doing in this little area. And
What
there's
we
several
say?
little like student areas there.
Okay, bear with me. Like I say, this thing is slow and.
Or will
Alright.
be.
Give me just 1 second and I will pull up the maps. I just need to move some stuff around on my screen and then I'm gonna have to take shit, what am I doing? No, don't want that. Damn it, stop it. It's trying to it's trying to make my okay, I'm gonna have to minimize this just a little
Okay,
bit.
I got this. Now all I'm gonna do is turn it around.
That's still not right. It's trying to make me do a split screen, and I don't want to do split screen. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave this up for just a second so they can refer back to it while I'm going and finding this on the map. What was it? Southeast Nevada Street.
Are you looking at the map right now?
I've got the picture of the place. I just don't have the street.
Okay. Southeast Nevada
it's off the street, I guess.
Okay, I'm fixing to pull it up now.
I'm trying to get to the street. I'm running through the parking lot now.
He's running through the parking lot.
I don't know. I mean, I think I'm headed towards the street, but I'm going behind buildings and there's more parking.
Okay. Here is Southeast Nevada Street right here. And then Northeast Stadium Way. So this where this red dot is the intersection of Southeast Nevada Street and Northeast
I'm
Stadium
gonna
Way.
give up because this computer takes so long. But actually, yeah.
Okay.
And he hangs there for like 8 or 9 minutes, then he gets on 270, and I think after that, and he heads that way.
Okay. So at 2:44,
the cultural center is where the camera was that somebody was talking about.
So he was traveling south. He was traveling north on Southeast. So this would be north up to Northeast Stadium Way at approximately 2:53, which is consistent with the description of the white Elantra known as Suspect Vehicle 1, was observed traveling southeast on Nevada Street in Pullman towards SR 270.
Yeah. He got wherever he goes, one of those student centers or whatever, he hangs out for, I think Deb said 9 minutes. And like I say, I just think it's the last minute.
So I wonder I wonder if he went inside or if he just parked.
I think he just sat in the parking lot. I think he just pinged off of got seen on the camera or pinged off something. He would have had no reason to go inside that I can think of.
Well, that's why I'm asking what's in there, because it's
At 44 in the
just
morning,
trying to figure out the possibilities.
Maybe a janitor.
Okay, so if he's.
But I could be wrong.
If he's going north on Southeast Nevada Street, which is right here, and it goes all the way to this. I guess this is a parking garage.
Yeah, now
No, it's
y'all
a
see how I
library.
got caught in the parking lot and couldn't get out. On my map, I was going everywhere and I kept finding more parking, but I couldn't find the main road.
Okay, so he could have went to this parking spot. Is this Waller Hall
Yeah.
right here? There's the Spark Academic Innovation Hub. There's a Starbucks, all in this little area. Then he's seen 8 minutes later going back down the street towards SR 270. SR 270 connects Pullman, Washington to Moscow, Idaho, which is
Yeah, I can't imagine anything being open at, let's say, 2:44 in the morning. I just think it was the place to pull over and
yeah.
keep your mind
So,
on what you're going to do.
so what he did is he went up northeast or southeast Nevada Street up in here for whatever reason, sit there for 9 minutes, came back down, hit Northeast Stadium Way, and then got on East Main Street and took it straight into Moscow.
I wonder if he sat there. I wonder if that's when he ordered the DoorDash.
Well, we don't know that he did, but if he did, that could, I don't
I'll
know,
let-
possible.
I mean, I'm just
Possible.
saying.
What was the time again?
I think somebody said 2:44. I thought that's what you said.
Yeah,
Dad.
244 he's seen going north on Southeast Nevada Street. 253 he has seen going, oh wait, hold on, where'd it go? He has seen going southeast on Nevada Street towards SR 270. So he went up into this little area somewhere up in here because that's only place he can go. And then he goes back down the street the same way he came in, goes down, hits 270, which is Main Street.
Wonder if he had his unaliving kit hid up there so it wouldn't be at his house. I mean,
Oh yeah.
that's far fetched, but nobody was knowing he's going to do this till after he does it. But just be careful. I don't know.
Isn't it ironic that there's a counseling and health services right there?
Go figure. Right. Where's the Jack in the Box?
Jack in the Box, little fast food place where they sell
see.
Jacks in the Box.
Just curious.
I don't know what they sell actually, Kelly, but I think it's a little fast food restaurant.
Oh, I know what Jack in the Box is. We have a
Well,
Jack in the
that's what
Box.
you just said. What is Jack in the Box?
No,
No, she said, where is it?
Where? Okay. I
Where?
have no
They got
idea.
some good tacos.
Okay.
Let me
Did he
tell
go
you.
to the Jack in the Box? I don't know. Did he? I never heard that.
That's where
I always thought that he did. I always thought that he used a burner phone to order the Jack in Box using a gift card because you can do that, and then immediately headed over to the house. Only he didn't realize that because of the football game, they were running late on deliveries.
Yeah.
The order typically would have gotten there at 3:30 a.m., but they were running late and didn't get there until 4. Guess what time Bryan showed up over there? 3:30.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I've always kind of had that thought, like he happened to turn off his phone at the same time. That was the cutoff
So he
time.
could use another one?
didn't they talk to the driver though?
No, he didn't. He wasn't the driver. He just ordered it and then just headed
I
over there.
got you. I got
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Think maybe he had the phone hid where he went in that parking area today up at the
He had a burner phone, probably.
to keep it out of his possession, or I don't know.
That's pretty.
Or he could have used a friend's phone to
logical.
order it.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
Logged
saying,
off
but
of-
he had it
yeah.
hid away from his house.
I wonder if there's a payphone there at that
There ain't
center.
no payphones nowhere that I know of.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's got payphones
I couldn't
anymore.
find a payphone within 10 miles here. If somebody, Give me
Hey,
$1,000.
Spirit of the Tree, how are you? K-Bird. Okay, so in the PCA on page 7, the last paragraph, it just says a review of the video indicated that at approximately 2:44 a.m. on November 13th, a white sedan, which was consistent with the description of the white Elantra, known as Suspect Vehicle 1, was observed on WSU surveillance cameras traveling north on Southeast Nevada Street at Northeast Stadium Way. Then at approximately 2:53, the white sedan, consistent with the description of the white Elantra, known as Suspect Vehicle 1, was observed traveling southeast on Nevada Street in Pullman
now,
towards SR 270. So it doesn't specifically say that he stopped somewhere. but southeast Nevada street is not very long of a street
Yeah, he
where,
had
and
to do
basically
something to
he
burn
just
eight
went
minutes.
up it. He had to have stopped somewhere up in there and then turned around and came back out the same way that he went in.
It would be interesting to know if they could go back and trace when the DoorDash call arrived to the DoorDash.
Okay. I work kind of adjacent to that fast food world as far as the DoorDash and everything with
Yeah,
what I do in my profession. Everything from the second that they
yeah,
get that order,
it's logged.
every everything is tracked from the receiving
Yeah,
to the making to
yeah.
everything down the line.
Yeah,
It's
he
and
minutes from your house is
IP
when they went to
addresses
your house.
and
Excuse me.
IP addresses and all that stuff are definitely should be definitely be able to be tracked. I'd
Yeah,
have to ask about that, but
Mhm.
yeah.
it's somewhere on the computer when that call came in.
Yeah.
So maybe that would have been why he went up in that little busy area to use the burner phone on. Maybe he knew he could connect to Wi-Fi up in that area, use the burner phone to order it, and then take off, turn off the burner phone.
Well, Starbucks
Yeah.
would have free Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, but
true.
are they open at 2:44 in the morning?
Yeah, but
Well, just because
their Wi-Fi would still be on though.
Yeah.
Uh, Possibly. I got you
sometimes
there. Didn't
Yeah.
think of that. Good thought.
Yeah. So and see, and this is what I was going to show K-Bird this real quick. Just this is where he would have turned off of Northeast Stadium Way, K-Bird, just to show you how short like this little street is. Southeast Nevada Street, like it literally it ends right here at this
Yeah.
parking lot. It's just a little cul-de-sac type parking lot, and then he came right back out
Yeah.
the
He might
same
have went
way.
in there and got lost in the parking lot like I did, drove around for 8 minutes.
But yeah, I mean, if he's going to use Wi-Fi, Starbucks would have Wi-Fi. I don't know about this academic innovation hub, the Spark. I don't. I'm pretty sure they would have Wi-Fi
Yeah.
there too. I
And
mean, college
he
kids are up at
also
all hours of the
Wi-Fi
night.
because that's how they know he was there. Correct.
Yeah,
I thought.
I mean, college kids are up at all hours of the night. You know, studying and doing this and that. The library. Didn't I just see a library? Yes, right here. There's a library
oh,
there.
okay,
The
so you know that there's Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi there.
there.
Right.
Yeah.
So you know,
What's
it
that
could.
to the right? What's that to the right of the library where there's a courtyard looking
A
thing?
basketball
Yeah, right
court
there.
around with
That's a
Uh,
the apartment.
dormitory.
Yes,
Oh,
Stimson
okay.
Hall, and then right here is Waller Hall, right down from it. And what is over here? That's another. Is it
Wow.
Neil Hall right there? And then, because I mean, he could have went through this little parking lot and went up into this parking lot, the School of the Environment, Department of Physics and Astronomy, which is and Webster Hall is there.
Yeah, that's dead in the middle. Almost. I mean, that's campus. I
Yeah,
guess right in the middle of it. I don't know. Maybe not the middle of it, but
I mean, all of that. Like, if he got pulled up on somebody else's Wi-Fi, they should have all of that.
more
Hey,
than
what if
one,
he
I
had
would think.
gone left there? Do you see where it says Northeast Washington Street?
I do.
What if
Uh
he went left? Where does that go?
It might come where you can get back out, but
Right here to Southeast
yeah,
Spokane Street.
it could have.
But he
But it's
didn't. He turned around and went back out the same
yeah,
way. Okay.
it says he come back out on Southeast Nevada Street towards SR 270.
What if he was? If
Maybe
he actually did do the DoorDash situation, you know that he had to been pacing the house to be able to know that Xana orders DoorDash. Because if that was for Xana, like they said, everybody, I mean, doesn't that throw everything off as far as who the target was?
Uh,
Or was she just a victim of
Yeah,
circumstance.
we're making kind of a jump that he might have done that. We don't have any evidence, so
I know that.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying. But so I don't know.
I mean, but it's
My, I
it's
guess
a
my
Not out of
brain
the
just
realm of possibilities.
the
yeah.
timing is very sus, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah.
Hey, Bullets, how are you? Yeah, that's why I'm ready for uh this trial to start. And y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, when this trial starts, I'm gonna have the PCA pulled up,
mm-hmm.
and every time they go through something that I know is in that PCA, I'm just gonna go through and mark it off.
And
Be
1,000
like,
post-its on the
Me
wall.
Check
too.
mark.
yeah, be like, okay, they didn't
900
talk about that out of the PCA. What's next,
Color coded.
Scarlett, are you gonna stream it if it is live streamed or
girl? Yes,
awesome?
yes, I've done put it out that when I get a date, I'm not going nowhere. I'm
It's
staying
going.
here for
She's
all
going.
6 weeks.
That sounds like me
She
with the O.J. Simpson trial.
I am going to be here. I'm not leaving the house until
she's gonna
after
Well, we get a damn verdict.
5 p.m. my time. If it goes to 3 o'clock in the afternoon their time, that's 5 p.m. my time. I'm not leaving the house until after 5 o'clock. Hey, Christine, how are you? I can't wait until it gets started. I'm ready to hear, and this will be another thing that we can hopefully look forward to hearing in the trial is why, like, where was he at for those 9 minutes in this little area? Like, what was he doing there? Because if they have that and they know that he's, they caught him on camera, they're more than likely going to show that during the trial as part of his route, from his apartment to the house and then back to his apartment
Right.
at that time of morning.
I know a lot of people think that he was like caught on camera with the accident that happened nearby,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think so based on just reading the PCA.
what accident? I haven't heard anything about that.
Okay, there was, wasn't it like a hit
where
and
it was?
run? It was right there close to his apartment, and it was a hit and run, and the police were there when he left, from my understanding, and then the police were still there when he came back.
Oh shit.
Uh, Lucia, so the reason why the state is wanting the trial to start in the summertime is because there's a high school, Moscow High School, across or adjacent to the courthouse, plus the university is right there, and they're wanting to do it during the summer so all of the students will not be there, because of how much there's going to be, like, a lot of media there. There's going to be people from out of town that's going to come in for the trial. I'm sure a lot of YouTubers will be up there, and they're just, they've already said that the media presence has caused issues for pedestrians and traffic and stuff like that, and they just think that it would be better if it was done during the summertime. Plus, they're saying it's going to take 6 weeks, so that's a month and a half.
That's like the Olympics coming, where everything gets booked up, the hotels, the restaurants,
Yeah,
and
and that was another big thing too, because when college is in session, high school is going, they have all the high school and college sports, people coming in from out of town for especially the college sports, all of the hotels and bed and breakfast and Airbnbs and all this and that will be booked up, and it would be hard for the media to get in there and get a place to stay, and it would just be a lot easier if it was done during the summertime.
right.
I agree with K-Bird.
That's what I was just reading. Maybe he was prepping his car for the shower curtain liner and suiting up for the crime. His apartment parking lot would have been too public, and someone may have seen him, so he went somewhere secluded.
Very possible. Like I said, I thought he was doing some kind of last minute something.
Yeah. But all of that, though, hopefully, y'all, and I need to mark page 7 what he was doing for that 9 minutes, because that's another thing that we need to hear during this trial of what he was doing there. Was he prepping? Was he Did he go to talk to somebody? Did he go to use the Wi-Fi at one of the,
Could he have picked
Starbucks
somebody
or
up?
library or
Could he have
Aurora
picked
Rain?
somebody up?
Yeah, did he pick somebody up?
I
Right.
mean,
Oh yeah.
who knows?
Aurora Rain and Mountain Mama, how are y'all?
I always find it really interesting that they called it vehicle or suspect. What was it they called it?
Suspect
Number
Vehicle
vehicle
one.
one.
one. Suspect vehicle one.
Makes you think: is there a two? Is there a three? Is there a
I,
four? I mean, it
I've
makes
They
heard
you.
that's
they
the way
do
they
that. That's
do.
standard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it
but
same?
Yeah.
yeah, that's just the way they do it.
That's just in case they do come up with another suspect later. They don't have to go back and redo all their stuff.
Yeah.
They can just add in suspect
Then
2.
it's vehicle number 2.
No, that makes sense.
Hold on. I'm making myself a note. Okay, so I'm making this so I can just keep it here by me, just because
So did
I want
I?
to know that 9 minutes.
I'm sorry, I was
No,
a little
go ahead.
busy.
Go ahead, Lady B.
Did Kelly actually use the analogy of this trial being like Olympic events?
I think she said Murdoch, didn't she?
No, like it's like everybody's going to come to this city,
Oh no, I
and
think it's a
everybody's.
great analogy.
Oh, I'm like, oh my god, what did I say wrong?
No, I think it's like perfect. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, with all the booking of the hotels and stuff like that, like there's not going to be anywhere to stay, y'all. The media for
media.
6 weeks is going to be like what it was for Murdoch, for the Murdoch
It
trial.
might dwarf
Well,
what happened with Murdoch.
JLR said he's going to be there for sure.
So that's what I'm saying. Like there's going to be a lot of people there. Daisy, thank you so much for becoming a member and welcome to the family.
that dude will find some way to get in that. He's like a little mouse. He just will like go in between everybody, and next thing you know, he'll just
He's
appear right in the
sitting in
middle.
there.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
wonder though, honestly, how they're going to do the seating in the courtroom, because with
Yeah.
Lori's they had it that what was it the what did they call it?
They had to check in.
Yeah, and Nate Eaton was able to get in there every single day.
A lottery.
Yeah,
thing.
the lottery type thing. I wonder if they're going to do that with this case.
So
Yeah.
if you get in the first day, does that get you in every day, or is it going to be like a?
Well, I know
usually
that
it's every
Nate,
day.
yeah, Nate had to check in the night before every night for the next day, and they also had another room for the overflow. So I wonder if there's going to be an overflow.
I can't imagine that courtroom with a seat, but
yeah, they actually had an overflow room in the courthouse, and then there was another overflow room at another location, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was.
But see, with Lori's though, here's the difference with the two. Lori's case had been going on since 2019. So there was other cases that had came up in between that the media was also covering. This case is only a little over a year old. By the time, if it does start in the summertime, it's only going to be a year and a half old. The media has not let up on this case.
No.
There's going to be, just think, there's News Nation's going to be there. I'm sure East Idaho News is going to be there.
Everybody.
Court TV, Law and Crime, like all of these different news medias are going to be there, on top of the different YouTubers that's going to go, on top of the different people who just go to YouTube channels and hang out in chats that's interested in the case. They're going to try to book a room. Like there was somebody in ours that booked a room for October. Like there's going to be a lot of people that's not from Moscow, Idaho, that's going to be in Moscow, Idaho for if not all 6 weeks, a majority of it.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good thought. P. Fox said maybe they'll use the high school auditorium since it's right adjacent.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it is.
There would be plenty of parking. I seen somebody else in chat said that earlier. Maybe, for like since the high school is adjacent to it, that's a lot of parking that the media people could use. Like, they've had places where the media could stage. They've had parking lots where the media could set up. So all of that's going to have to be planned out as well.
Well, once they set that date, you better, whoever plans to be there, better jump on that real quick.
Yeah.
How soon do
They
you think
better.
they'll do a scheduling conference?
Hopefully soon. I don't know.
Probably
Hold on,
not
y'all.
till
I need to mute for just 1 second. Hold on.
JLR, that dude like teleports into places, I believe.
no kidding. Well, he said in the video he did today when he talked about this that he was definitely going to be there.
Oh yeah. Well, and he, he compares himself to news media too. So
Yeah, you see that
You gotta
little
make it till you
media
make it.
badge he has?
yeah,
Do you mean JLR?
yeah.
Yeah.
What did I?
I wish that
Okay.
guy would make up his mind because, like, I don't
Oh,
know.
shit.
Who
I
did
was
you
really
say?
starting to like him in the last couple of videos I saw like a month ago. I
Yeah,
was like, really, dude?
he kind of drifts it every once in
Yeah,
a while. He needs to get on the road again,
he's like
somewhere
hit
different.
and miss, man.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I can't wait till he goes back for the trial. I'm gonna be
I
honest with
can't
y'all
either. That's
because I love to watch how he drives around and shows you different things. That is like my
Yeah.
favorite part of what he does.
Yeah,
I like when
this
he
one we're
first
talking.
goes live and he's like, "Come on in, everybody," and he's like waving him in, like, "Come in, come on in,"
Yeah,
like
he'll
they're really
very well
coming
take
into
you
his
to the
house or
parking lot
something.
we're
yeah,
talking about.
I know. It's funny.
But that's
I had
cool.
a dream about JLR, you guys.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
God. You
I'm
have been
so
having
sorry.
nightmares.
I did. I dreamed that we were all going to his house to watch the trial for some stupid reason, and he had it set up on like this 800, fit screen TV, and
Okay,
it had all of
He
his.
that would
would.
be
It was
that
great.
would be awesome.
It would
No,
be.
no, 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 no,
It
no.
would be. Y'all know it would be. That would be a
I'm not gonna
blast.
lie.
Okay, hold on,
And
y'all.
then he was at the door doing that thing. Come on in, everybody.
But like that parking lot he was at 8 minutes, I guarantee you JLR will take a trip up there and
Oh,
scope it
and
out and
Nancy
show everybody.
Grace.
That's the kind of stuff he does.
Oh yeah, her
Oh,
yes.
they will run her out of town if she shows up again.
Yeah, I
so
forgot
too.
about her, but I figured she would probably be there. I know Bryan Inton will probably be there.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I hope
And
so.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, isn't the lady's name Nancy Lou? That when Bryan was in Idaho, he would take like a week or 2 weeks and he would be there, and then she would come in and cover the Idaho stuff. And then when she would leave, he would come back. It was kind of like they were switching out. I want to say her
Yeah.
name is Nancy Lou. She's really good. I've been following Bryan since the Gabby case. And
I like Nate
Yeah.
Eaton's coverage too.
yes, I've been following him since Lori's stuff started.
Hmm And
And
I think
yep,
he's more trustworthy than a lot of the other ones, to be honest with you. He has more of the honest, I don't know, something about him.
he's more compassionate.
Yeah,
Has
Yeah.
more empathy.
yeah. And I feel that he got to know Kate, oh, JJ's grandparents.
Oh,
I
Kay
just,
and Larry.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he just, I
Yeah.
don't know, he just
Hey,
is
Arv, how
laid
are you?
back, but really professional at the same time.
Right. Wait, hold on. I just seen a comment. Christine, Court TV and Law and Crime have to be pretty upset about this. But you know what? They probably are, because the judge is not going to allow media cameras in there. But the judge specifically told them not to pan across any of the tables, and they did just that.
Yeah,
Literally
That was a
5 seconds after he told them not to zoom in on Bryan Kohberger's head. And as soon as they got done panning across very, very slowly across the tables, hey Sharon, how are you? Um, they zoomed straight into Kohberger's head, and that's the reason why the judge is not going to let them have their cameras in there. They should have listened to what he literally looked right at the camera and said, "Do not do this," and then they done it like a 4-year-old that doesn't listen.
Yep. Figures, right?
Right. Hey JC, how are you? And I don't know if
Screw.
they just was like, okay, I don't care what the judge says, or if they just had a cameraman in there that just wasn't used to covering trials and
Maybe
and
didn't understand English.
that too, or just thought I'm gonna do whatever I want to do, and the judge isn't gonna do anything about it. And now the judge has said, "Hey, I'm gonna take care of it. It's gonna be run by the court cameras, and it'll be put on my YouTube channel."
Hmm.
And Lucia, yes, that too. They, whoever was sitting there close to the camera and to the microphones and all that, was sitting there tapping away on a keyboard, and you could hear the keyboard, but you can't hear what all was going on in the courtroom.
And the fan, the huge fan, that was
Oh God,
ridiculous.
yes.
Yeah, it was about the worst sound engineering I've ever heard. I believe a
Yeah.
third grader could have done a better job.
I don't know what, because Lori's was the same way though. Her audio, there was a lot of times. Hey, Madam Mom, how are you? There was a lot of times that we couldn't hear what was going on in Lori. So I don't know what's up with Idaho and their audio problems, but hopefully, once the judge is doing the cameras himself or the court's doing the cameras, that the audio issue will be fixed. Hopefully, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we can petition and.
Chris N, yes, he has a YouTube channel. Actually, a lot of the judges in the state of Idaho have their own YouTube channel. And there's not hardly anything on them. I think once they're done with the case, they'll delete it off of there. But most of them, I think it was, I don't know, maybe 10 of them in the state didn't have one. But all the rest of them do.
Yeah, it's like they're already set up to do it.
Right. I mean, why not just do that from the jump and just use the YouTube channel for all of the court proceedings?
I hope they don't have chat open.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure there will be people that'll be behind the scenes doing the chat, but they could turn chat off.
That would be good, I would think.
What do you?
Smart.
I would like to see the chat. There's a lot of them that have chats.
I mean, you can see a lot what people were thinking.
They'll have mods and all that in there, and I'm pretty sure they have it set up where certain words can't be put in the chat.
They need to hire Summer because she's the best mod.
It would give you an idea what the thinking was for for the majority of people, I guess, or how it was swaying one way or the other.
Okay, so Margaret said, if BK's defense and Taylor request change of venue and it's approved, we'll throw a big spanner in works and was surprised if she doesn't. Delay. I thought she would have asked for the change of venue.
I think
I would have thought that she would already have, but it could be part of her tactic to wait.
Yep.
Maybe
normally, from working at that law firm that I did, normally that's what they do the day of the preliminary trial. If they're going to do it, but since they didn't have one, they can actually wait much longer. So now, yeah, like you said, it can still come out later.
Yeah.
Normally, that's the very day they do it.
I mean, it could be a thing that she was like, okay, I'm gonna wait as long as I can before I request it.
Make a motion.
Yeah.
I wonder where she would request it. I mean, where she would ask for it to be moved.
Oh,
Probably
just a motion.
Yeah, it would just be a motion.
And I think if the judge then he might pick where they go.
Yeah. More than likely, it's going to be a big city like Boise because it's a bigger jury pool and a lot more places for media to stay and all this and that. But then again, it could be held in Moscow.
I don't think I don't think they're going to have very good luck if they stay in Moscow, to be honest. I think that, but that's just me speculating.
Me, if I was a defense attorney, I would have asked for the change of venue.
Yep.
Especially coming from a small place like Moscow, I would have asked for one. Yeah. But I'm not one, so she's...
I wonder how many registered... Did we look this up the other night, about a week ago, how many registered
voters?
It wasn't registered voters that I looked up, but it was the population. Hold on, I'll pull it back up.
because
See what it is. So
because the jury pool is from registered voters, right?
yes. Okay, so as of 2022, the population of Moscow, Idaho is 25,850. And then we looked up enrollment for University of Idaho.
In Idaho, if you go to the Idaho Supreme Court
Mhm.
page, they explain how they do it there for juries. They have a special list that's provided by the Supreme Court, and it includes residents, and they go by the DMV and utilities.
Okay.
Do you have that link to that website?
Yeah, hang on just a second. Let me
Okay.
I like started to make a video a long time ago about it, and it just seemed kind of too boring, so I never finished it. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, if you can't find it right now, that's fine. Just if you,
Oh,
whenever
yeah.
you find it, just email it to me. That'll be
Can
fine.
I answer a question?
Sure.
Okay, so Lucia wants to know if students would be jurors. No, because
Doubtful.
they're from out of town, out of state. They need to be in that area.
Out of town, but
Well, if they're in the same
some out of
county.
state, but there may be some that live there.
Well,
Mhm.
yes, the
Local
ones
residents.
that live there, yeah, but for the
But I don't know
majority
whether
of
they
them,
would
they're
be
going to be
considered.
out of state or out of the town anyway.
No, they would have to be a resident from
Yeah.
that area.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, anybody that's from out of town who was just there for college would not be.
Count.
Unless they have moved there, they have a Idaho driver's license and in Idaho, like their mailing
registration.
address and all that, and then they're a registered voter in that area.
I'm sorry, Margaret. I don't understand your question, hon.
I think she's asking, can
All
anyone
three
tell me
female victims from
three
Idaho.
females are from Idaho?
Yes.
And then Ann Taylor can ask. Oh, I don't know
Can
about
you
that.
guys believe that they only get $10 a day for jury duty?
Oh, I know.
That-
It's
Oh yeah.
crazy.
That's worse than Louisiana. We only get 25.
$10 a day,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah,
supposed
you
to
get
be
like
6
50.
weeks.
Okay, so for a person who is working, who has a family, a mortgage, car notes, insurances, how are they going to live off of $10 a day?
That's
With
crazy.
kids?
I don't even know how.
For a month and over
That's
a month.
crazy if you think about it.
Right. That's
I mean,
ridiculous.
that would financially ruin.
Yeah, it could.
A lot of people living, on the edge. That would
A
be
lot
enough
of
to push
times,
them
though,
over.
they'll ask them if it's going to be some sort of hardship on them too. So I don't know what they do about that, but they've had to have run into that before. It might just be, I'm sorry, it's part of your duty to be.
Right.
Sometimes some companies will let you off and will give you pay for it, but
Most don't.
yeah.
Okay, so Jeremy says, which is better for the prosecution, an all-female jury or an all-male jury?
Well, that's not going to happen.
I don't
way.
think I think they're going to have diverse. They won't let them have, they're going to have the jury to be diverse, females and males and ethnicities. I would think. I don't think they would allow, just all white males or all certain females. I think it'll be a mix of everything.
Vapor, is that a day or an hour?
As of December 14, 2023, the average
13,
hourly pay for
14
jury
hours.
duty in Vegas is $13.14 an
That
hour.
sounds more like it.
Yeah, usually they say by day.
By day, yeah, that's how it is here. It's $25 a day.
Well, you don't need to yell at us and say hour in all caps. We would figured it out. You could have been nice.
Well, he looked it up.
Thank you, Debbie. I got it.
Hey, we'll be. Don't
I'm looking for more too.
Okay, I just wanted to have it to bookmark.
Corroboration of the facts.
Sorry.
It's just, Tonka, I'm sorry that is happening. That's ridiculous that keeps happening to you. Okay, so JC said, so with Nebraska, my company says that they will pay us 4 days, but some states require them to pay us no matter what. Nebraska is one of those. I don't, I don't know if Louisiana. I'd have to look into that. I know that the jury part of it's $25 a day, but I don't think your employer would continue paying you. I'd have to look into that. I don't think they do.
It depends on the company. If they're large enough, a lot of times they'll go ahead and do it. But
Christine, yes, he is. He tried to get the DP stricken, but it was denied. So yes, it's still on the table with him. He even tried to throw in that it was taken off the table for his co-defendant, meaning Lori Vallow, but judge denied it. The only reason why it was taken off of Lori was because of the prosecution. They messed up, didn't send something in time to the defense. Defense threw a fit about it, and the judge took it off for her. But yes, he is very much still on for the DP.
that's weird.
I mean, I
What's
wonder
weird?
what he thinks now. He got involved with Lori Vallow. He unalived his wife for her and her 2 kids for her.
He
I
was.
wonder what he thinks about her now.
I wish I'd have never met this woman.
Isn't Bethany from Idaho?
No, Nevada.
Nevada. Okay.
Yeah. I think, okay, so Dylan's from Idaho. Kaylee, Maddie, and Xana were from Idaho. Ethan was from Washington. Bethany is from Nevada. Maybe he can portal out of us.
Yeah, he might have to ask JLR if he could use his teleporter.
Oh Lord.
I swear he's got one somewhere hidden.
You're no kidding.
Oh, he's got one in his jail cell. Him and Lori got them. They got those.
Oh,
portals.
they got their portals.
Yeah,
but
they got them.
JLR's got his teleporter.
He can travel. I will give him that.
Fast.
Super fast.
He's got a Concorde that goes from one side to the other in about 5 minutes from the United States.
Maybe he has a private jet. He could have a private jet.
I mean, who knows? He gets from point A to point B super quick.
He does. It's like
Yeah, I doubt he has a private jet.
you don't
Could
even
you-
know that there's a case there until he's like, you find out, and 5 minutes later he's like,
He's there.
Already
Right.
has a video up about it.
Could you imagine being having to sit beside him on a plane?
Oh God, no.
It would be an interesting conversation, I think.
Oh my
It
God.
would. but I'd be
Talking about cases, I think it would be
Yeah.
an interesting conversation.
It would.
Vapor, yes, I did hear that him and Lori are still all in cahoots together and blah 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 and all this and that. And apparently they are able to talk to each other.
Oh, really?
But yeah, but see, I didn't think, because she's still considered his co-defendant, that co-defendants
Yeah,
could talk.
or separated until they testify.
Right, but
Later.
they can still talk. So
When's her trial date, or have they set it?
hold on, I seen something
Look,
that's
you can
going
look
on
it up
down
later.
in Arizona.
Yeah, look it up later. Yeah.
Hey, one juror.
I wonder if we will be allowed to watch the I never say this right, voir dire.
Voir dire.
Voir dire. Yes, thank you.
That's
That
when
would be
they.
really cool to watch, actually.
Oh, that would be.
Is that when they question the jurors?
Yeah,
And
that's
ask
jury
the
selection. They usually show jury selection. That's like the from day one when the trial starts, yeah, they always show the jury
I wonder
selection.
if the prosecution and or the defense will hire one of those companies that help you identify what's the best type of jury you're looking for your
Oh, like Bull?
Yeah,
like what
Like,
yeah, or like Dr. Phil
exactly.
used to do that before he got into what he's doing now.
Hmm.
I
They
like
had
that show.
one for was it Zachariah Anderson? There
Oh,
was
God.
Yeah.
there was a
Yeah.
lady, I can't remember what her name is, but she did Zachariah Anderson. I believe it was Zachariah's, but she also did, I think, Rittenhouse, and there was one other one that she done it for, and she's supposed to be like the best there is
Yeah.
in helping
I mean, it can
with
make a
jury
difference. They
selection.
know what kind of jurors psychologically they want that will most likely come back with what they're looking for. That's what they're trying to get.
Yep. Now, so is Tonka getting like censored in this chat?
She said it's not just in this one; it's platform wide. But I know that there's been several different lives where she said that like she will try to put something in chat, like a comment there's nothing to it, like there's nothing bad about it, and it won't show up in the chat for some reason.
That is
Wow.
weird.
There's YouTube for you.
Yeah, I don't understand why. And she, I think, is the only one that has had that issue in our chat, but I don't understand why because she's never put anything in here that's ever been across the line or bad or anything like that.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
makes you
I had
wonder.
that issue in one only one chat, but then I found out that I was blocked, so that
Ditto,
Imagine that.
Lady B.
Not you or me, Lady V. Come on.
Me too. I'm that
oh my
party.
god. But you're not blocked because we see you, sweetheart.
Yeah, but okay, so she's saying that she's targeted a targeted individual because of her political beliefs. But I
What does
mean,
that have
you're
to
not
do
even
for it?
whenever you're not even putting anything political in a chat though, Tonka, they shouldn't be removing your thing. And Tonka, you do have your chat on live chat, right? I'm sitting here asking her, y'all in my
On
chat sitting on
all,
top chat.
well, for us, it would be all messages.
I mean, because that's ridiculous. So if it's nothing political, I
Yeah.
don't know why remove the person's comment.
No,
Is
he's
she
not
accidentally
blocked by
blocked
any
by?
of us.
No, I can see everything that she's posting in the chat, but
Huh.
it's just her. She's not even able to see like her comments popping up or anything like that. But I can see most of them that she puts.
Mhm.
But I know she's been having that problem for a while now.
Did she press the hamburger menu? What?
I'm sitting here eating muffins, y'all. It's 12:30
What
at
kind of
night.
muffins?
Uh, triple berry, I think they are.
Oh, I need to go get my baked potato.
When did you cook it?
Oh, we went to Longhorn Steakhouse tonight.
Ooh.
And you didn't
I
bring
had
it back.
I had baby back ribs that I still had half of,
That's
and
it. I'm coming to your
my
house.
No kidding.
yeah, it was good.
I haven't had ribs in so long.
Oh, they're good, man.
All right, Scarlett, everything's in the back chat if you want a bookmark or
Uh,
whatever.
okay, thank you.
For your life, okay.
Okay, I got the first one bookmarked. Let me grab these real quick, y'all, before
Oh,
I lose them.
She's been just a little worker bee, hasn't she?
yeah.
That one.
I'm very rusty.
Okay, take that one. I know.
I like the jury duty video.
Miss
It's really good.
Debbie.
Bookmark this one. Okay, I've got them all, and then there was something I had to download.
Are you able to put those in the stuff that she sent you? Can you put that in the
Discord.
Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna put it in the Bryan Kohberger one, just so it
Okay.
doesn't. Um, I'm gonna put it in BK other links. That way,
Aw, Delane. Did you see what she said, Debbie?
copy.
Oh, no, I'm not. Hang on, I'm in my
Aw,
chat.
that
She
is so
said,
true.
"Crumb sleeping, you are in fact never rusty. You're a diamond."
Oh, Delana, thank you. Thank you very much.
I like
It was weird because
banana.
I've been to all these before and none of them were in my history. So annoying.
All right, y'all, give me just 1 second. I'm just putting these in Discord for everyone who is in here and anybody who is a member on the channel. If you would like to join our Discord, the link is in my community post. Just hit the link and just give me a few minutes after you come in to approve it. And then you'll be able to move to the other channels inside of Discord.
Hey, Mars.
Mars House,
Lucia
how are
asked,
you? Go ahead.
No.
Lucia asked if he has any computer internet access in jail. And that reminds me, did you guys see that video? I don't remember who did it, but somebody showed where somebody paid for like days worth of tablet access for him and a whole bunch of money on his commissary.
Oh,
Like he has this
BK.
great, yes.
Girl.
Well, he does have internet access, but it is very limited. It's not like he can't get on like Facebook and stuff like
They
that.
can get on YouTube though.
They
I've
can.
heard. I've heard they can.
Yeah, because we were in here joking one night. What if because they were talking about how long he was on his tablet because I can see like the little green light when he's on there,
Mm-hmm.
and they were joking about, well, how do you know he's not watching your channel this late at night?
Yeah. Well, probably. Who knows?
Uh,
Hello,
You know,
Brian. It's fine.
they sneak phones in up their booties. So yeah.
That is true. They do
So
that.
sweet.
I just seen some. Hold on.
BK Bird.
See you
Hey,
later. How are
Brian.
you? And I hope you and your family have a Merry Christmas. But yeah, Bryan Kohberger, y'all, he does have like a whole slew of um, yes, Vapor, you did. I remember you telling me. I just don't remember what all you told me. I know that you know
Uh,
someone who works at a place like that.
oh, yeah.
I do remember that. Um,
Yeah, booty call.
Booty.
but he does have a whole slew
Pardon the
of
pun.
fans who literally will send him money to his books and then they will post the receipts on social media. And then another one, like one can be for like $25, and another one will come in with a $50 receipt talking
Yeah,
about,
they
hey,
try to outdo each other.
right. And it is for Bryan Kohberger because it's sent to his, what is that account that they have?
Commissary.
No, it's called a certain thing. Shit, I can't
I think they
think
call
of
it different
Campaign.
states because then here in Oklahoma,
JPay.
yes,
JPay. I got you.
Yeah. So, and I know that it's for Bryan Kohberger for his stuff, commissary, phone calls, anything like that, because it has his name on there. It has the amounts, the dates,
Yeah.
and all that on there. And
So you're
there
saying
are,
he's fat with cash?
So
yeah,
he really could be watching these channels.
So he's a grifter?
Yeah, they
Oh
could.
my gosh! Wow.
hey Amethyst, how are you? Yeah,
Actually, I don't
Oh,
there's
think he
like
has to
women.
grift. I think there are enough crazy people out here that.
I
It's
seen
the
a
BK
lady.
OnlyFans.
I saw somebody had, I guess, because there was a Reddit thing that was strictly for Bryan Kohberger fans, and somebody had got a screenshot a couple of days ago on Twitter, and it says, if Bryan Kohberger had 1 million fans, I would be one of them. If he only had one fan, I would be that fan. If I forgot what. Basically, this person, this lady, was pretty much in love with Brian Kohberger.
Oh my word.
Like there are, I mean,
Why?
there's a name for people like that. There's a lady from Kentucky.
Stupid?
Uh,
Crazy?
it's
Lonely?
it's
Desperate?
called it's called
Hard up?
hyperstophilia. It's the
Desperate.
medical name for it is hyperstophilia.
I would
Oh.
never lonely. I don't care. I don't. I'll be alone for the rest of my life. There's no way in God's green
Mm-mm.
earth.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
I understand moms feeling sorry for him more than anybody, honestly. Because I'm, as a mother, I have a child his age, literally his age, born like a month before him. And I feel for his mom and I feel for him if this isn't the guy. You know what I mean? Because his life is destroyed. If he didn't do this, it doesn't matter. His life is destroyed, you know,
Right.
forever,
Mhm.
regardless. Even if he walks
Right.
free and proven innocent, he's ruined forever. Like O.J. Simpson. He was found not guilty and everybody still believes he did it, whether or not there's proof, you know?
He did.
I don't think he did. I
You
think it
don't.
was his son. I really do.
Hmm,
I think he was there or he knew that he knew all about it, but I don't think he
Now
physically
that could
did
be.
it. There was
Um,
stuff in the book alluding to that. That's just my opinion. But
Hmm.
and Jeremy says women look at them like celebrities. That is true because
yeah,
they are the center of a high profile case. No matter what the case is about, it's still a high profile case, and they think that if they can get in with him, and we're just going to use Brian as an example. Somebody, let's say Brian wrote him back, uh, that puts their name out there. That you know what they say about publicity. Bad publicity is still good publicity. Your name is put out there. People want to talk to you. People want to interview you, and that's why most of them do it. They seek attention for the most
Mhm.
part. Other
So
women,
Debbie,
I don't understand why they do it. I
I
really
have
don't.
I have a question, Debbie. If
yeah,
he didn't do it, why on earth would he write a book that said "if I did it"?
yeah. If in little bitty letters, I know,
Mhm.
right? That's why I think he was involved. He probably had his son do it, and he may have even been nearby,
Hmm.
but or involved in some way. Maybe he was in on it too. I just don't think he did two people on his own.
Yeah,
He was
but he had cuts and everything on him too.
I didn't know he wrote a book about that though.
Yeah, if I did it,
It's
That's
probably at the Dollar Tree.
probably
that's
now.
an
right. Yeah,
that's an
the I did it
interesting
is real big, and then the if is real little in parenthesis.
Mm-hmm.
that's an interesting name for a book for someone who was on a high profile
Yeah,
murder trial. Like
and
he's
it was
a
written not very
Yeah,
long at all after the trial was
That's
over.
why they call them dumb criminals.
yeah. I mean, I know he was probably involved, but something tells me he didn't actually do both of those people at the same time.
I'll be
Because the
shit.
guy, Ron Goldman, was super strong. He was healthy,
Yeah, he was young too.
very
But
young, healthy guy. And it's kind of like the same thing we think with Ethan. How? You know?
yeah, but
Yeah.
OJ was just getting finished for, as Riddler likes to tell us,
Oh Lord.
he OJ had just got finished doing all the prep and everything for these movies that he was going to be using a knife like that in. He had learned all these moves and everything for the stunt.
Oh, yeah.
How he
Well,
was going to, use it and all of that. He had been taught that by
oh my gosh.
military.
I remember too in the trial, because that was like my first big trial, that I watched the
Mm-hmm.
whole thing of. I was totally
Mine too.
obsessed. And
Me too.
I had my babies were little at the time, and I was all obsessed with this trial. And when the if the glove doesn't fit thing,
Oh yeah.
that was all that he admitted in his book that was completely orchestrated.
Of
They
course
had
it
him stop
was.
taking his medication so his hands would swell up.
Well, and he put his hand
You
in. I
know?
mean, number one, he's got a rubber glove that they're trying to put in there.
Yeah.
Number two, he had his fingers spread as far apart as absolutely possible as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, but see, that was the state's mistake. They shouldn't have done it.
Nope, they should not. If you don't know the answer to the question,
Don't ask.
do
Yeah.
it.
Ashley, how are you? And yeah, we're OJ's kind of getting brought up in it, just basically as, I guess, an example as compared to Kohberger's case. I guess would be like a good way to put it.
Yeah. Why did one of us say his name? I don't even remember now.
I can't. I don't know. I forgot.
We were talking about stuff in jail cells, and somehow that got brought up somehow.
Well,
We're
we
talking
was
about
talking about high profile cases with
that's yeah.
the women and all that. Because did OJ have women like what we're seeing with Bryan and all these women who are claiming that they're
That's
in love
right.
with him and until the next person that's in his situation comes along? Like, did OJ have that too?
Oh yeah.
Did
I'm
he?
sure
Okay.
he did.
Oh yeah, he had
Had
that
lots of
before,
ladies.
during, and after.
Okay. I
Hmm.
didn't know if he did or not. Lucia says Scott Peterson did.
Here's an interesting, if we want to like segue a little bit. Here's an interesting connection between this case, Idaho 4, and OJ.
Uh-huh.
Guess who was in town the weekend of the Idaho 4 killings?
Who?
Hmm.
Mr. Glove Planter himself,
Oh yes.
Mark
Oh,
Furman,
Yeah.
was in Moscow that weekend. And I was like, oh no, 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 no.
But
Oh Lord.
isn't he has
he
don't
was
he
the
have a
sheriff.
job though in Idaho now?
I don't know. I don't know.
Seems like I saw that somewhere that he is he does some type of work or something in Idaho now. I don't know what part, but it seems like I
Where did
remember
he?
reading that. I probably saw it on Twitter.
Lucia, like Scott Peterson did. Yeah, because Scott Peterson was really handsome and he had tons of groupies.
Mhm.
Still does, I'm sure.
Somebody said people would bring him food.
Bring who food? OJ?
Scott Peterson.
Oh,
Oh wow. I don't
I don't
I would
understand it.
I would love honestly and not to bash them, not to criticize them. I would love to interview someone who claims to be in love with someone that is in Bryan Kohberger's situation right now, who is uh, either awaiting trial, going through trial, just got through with a trial of like a murder case, and people and women who claim or think that they're in love with them. I would love to know
Have you?
why. Like,
Well,
what
have you
makes
watched
them?
that Love and Lockup?
No.
Like Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker.
Uh huh.
He had horrible breath. He stank to high heaven.
He looked greasy.
He was, but women were still after him.
I don't understand it.
And Ted Bundy as well.
Oh yeah, but at least he was clean cut, so to speak.
Yeah, compared to Richard Ramirez. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Ted Bundy.
Margaret said, "I think Mark Furman retired to Idaho." Okay, thank you, Margaret. I remember hearing something about him being in Idaho now. I
Scott
guess
Peterson has tons of admirers. Admirers. Yeah, I mean he was handsome, but that
he
stopped when he unalived
his pregnant
his
wife.
wife and their
I
son.
yeah, I just I don't know if these women if do they not think of that of what these people did. People
Yeah,
had said the
that's
Menendez
right.
brothers both got married in prison, and I heard
I
that they
get
won't
that
know
one. I get that one because yeah,
what happened to them whenever they were little. But
yeah.
see,
Mhm.
they're asking for a new trial now because they kept claiming that that's the reason why they did what they did to the dad because of what he did.
Mhm.
Well,
Summer Watson.
And now
uh,
there's evidence of it now. The Menudo,
yes,
the fruit Menudo, yeah.
somebody, a friend of theirs, or I guess whenever they were little or something, came out and said that they were also done that way by the Menendez guy, by their dad.
Yeah.
And so now the brothers are asking for a new trial because of this new evidence that came out.
I think they should. Well, they had two trials. The first trial was what, a mistrial or a hung jury, and the second one they tried them together, and they would not allow that certain gross information to come into the trial, and so the jury did not hear what the dad was doing to the boys. So they never heard any of that in the trial. And that's basically why they were um, convicted, in my opinion.
Yeah, I've been watching out to see if they're going to get that new trial or not. Um, I mean, if there's new evidence to come out that can prove that that did happen to them when they were little, I don't know if that would change the outcome of a new trial, though.
Yeah, Libra Moon, there
I
are
don't
two
think they should be in.
Petersons.
Wait, there's a Scott Peterson and a Scott Peterson. Yeah, that's the one we're talking about, Libra Moon. Yeah, he's a very disgusting man.
Yeah, he really is.
He's literally sitting up there with Jeremy Best and what Jeremy did to
Yep.
his pregnant wife and his 10-month-old baby.
Although the other Scott Peterson isn't much better than that either.
What did he do? The other one.
Basically the same thing. He unalived his wife, and I think didn't they find out? I think he unalived one of his other wives too.
Oh God.
That would be a red flag. I mean, if you're on a date, so what happened to your wife? I unalived her. Bye bye.
Yeah, wasn't he the one? Yeah, yeah. Okay, I think I remember which one you're talking about.
And they were going to name
Yeah,
Lacey
he
was going to name her son Connor.
Connor. Yeah, that's so sad.
And do y'all realize, I saw the other day, wouldn't he be like 18, 19, 20, 21, somewhere around in there now? Like he would be.
Michelle, it's Scott Peterson, hun.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, making you go, wait, what? Drew Peterson?
Let me make sure that.
In my mind, I'm thinking Scott Peterson was a police officer who did something, but I don't remember what.
I think he was a police officer. Unless
The one that
stories
with
mixed
Lacey
up.
Peterson?
No,
one?
no, the other one. There was
the
two.
other one.
Oh, I have no idea then.
Okay, so yeah, 2023, Lacey Peterson's son, Connor, would have been 20 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was
That's
Drew
right.
Peterson. Okay.
Oh, Drew Peterson. Why do I always think it's Scott Peterson?
The staircase murder, wasn't that the other guy?
That was
the one
one.
that did the Netflix special on.
Yeah. There's so many we can't keep track.
Right? What was that guy's name?
Wait, which one?
The staircase killer. Pushed his
Never
wife
heard
down
of
the
that.
stairs and
Hold on.
basically like admitted it to himself in the mirror at the very end of the series. It was incredible. That was a really good Netflix series. That was almost as good as Making a Murder. Staircase killer.
Todd
Oh,
Peterson?
Good one.
No, wait.
What?
Todd Peterson, son of the staircase murderer, spills some. So was his last name Peterson too?
Mike
Someone else?
Peterson.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that one.
Oh, you've
That's
got
a
to
good
see
one.
that. It will suck you in. You will watch every episode of
What
it.
is it?
It was good.
Hey, Lucky
The
Phil, how are
staircase
you?
killer.
Debbie, what was it called?
Staircase
staircase.
Murder. Staircase Murder on Netflix.
Ooh, I'll have to watch
Okay,
that.
so
That was
Michael
good.
Peterson, an American novelist who was convicted in 2003 of unaliving his second wife, Kathleen Peterson, on December the 9th of 2001. After 8 years, Peterson was granted a new trial after the judge ruled a critical prosecution witness gave misleading testimony. In 2017, Peterson submitted an Alford plea to the reduced charge of manslaughter. He was sentenced time served, already served, and freed. So he got out in 2017. Wow. And then in 2019, he released his own account of his life since his wife's death in an independently published memoir. Hmm.
He's convicted now, though, isn't he?
This one here says he was he submitted an Alford plea in 2017 to a reduced charge of manslaughter. He was sentenced to time already served and freed.
Did y'all ever watch Paradise Lost?
No.
No,
I don't think so. That name sounds familiar though.
it's about three boys who were put in jail because of the way they look, basically.
Uh,
I'm not going to tell you all of it. You're going to have to go watch it. It's Paradise Lost. There's like three different videos that are on it. Damon, the main one. Um, yeah, it's a crazy sad story. If you like the to make a murderer or whatever it's called,
yeah.
you like that one. The other ones you'll really get involved with
It
too.
seems like I've heard of that name. I'll have to go back and see if it's something that I've watched and I just don't remember it. Because y'all know how I am with names. Like a lot
Yeah,
of things I'll watch and just not remember the name of it.
yeah, it's very interesting. And they ended up getting out because they were innocent. The thing of it is they made them take an Alford plea.
What's the Alfred, please?
An Alford plea is basically whenever you say you did something, you took responsibility for it, and they let you out with the time served. They don't they don't want to out and out say they're innocent because then they could be held liable.
Hmm.
So they're saying
All of
it.
years in jail.
So they
Damon,
saying they did it even though they didn't do it, or
yeah, yeah, yeah. They had to admit that they did it even though they did not. Damon was kept in solitary confinement so long that he has to wear special glasses now because his eyes can't take the light. It's
oh wow.
Wow.
very interesting. Just be sure to watch all three of them.
Okay. Yeah. Daisy said it's a case. It's from the case, the West Memphis Three.
Yeah,
Okay. So yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I might have seen it on TV, but not watched it, and that's why the name sounds familiar.
yeah. It's really good.
I'll have to find it and watch it.
Yeah, Vix, the West Memphis Three.
Hey Tiff, how are you? Vix, how are you?
Fox.
Anyone following Missy Beavers? Uh,
Never heard.
no, Libra Moon. I haven't heard of that one.
Oh, Missy Beavers is the one. She was a beautiful lady. She was a fitness instructor,
Uh huh.
and there's actual video of the perpetrator going into the church where she was about to hold a class at like 5 o'clock in the morning. You can see his car pull up and everything. They have the car up close. Really, you can see the person in the vehicle. And he came in, he or she, they don't know, dressed in like SWAT gear, carrying the weapon and everything. And then you can see them like converge in what looks to be the worship area of the church, and then he leaves. And she was found just minutes later, and they never have figured it out. And that was, gosh, like what, 2015 or something? And they never have figured out who it was.
Okay, I have a public
Creepy
service
video of
announcement.
that person.
I have an announcement. If you go into a church and unalive someone, you're going to hell. I'm sorry. That is the one place you don't go do that. Anyway, go ahead. That's
Yeah,
just
I
crazy.
agree. It does. They did walk like a woman. They never have caught him.
I've never heard of that case. That's crazy.
It is. I did a video on it a while back. It's
Yeah,
something.
I
It's in
think it was a
Texas.
woman. I think it was a woman too.
Yeah,
Wow.
you should cover that one, Scarlett. It's a doozy.
Okay, let me write that name down. And May, I do have the Mercedes Vega name wrote down. I've got it on one of my post-it notes where somebody had brought it up the other night. When the stuff that's been going on during the day around here and not being home all day and not getting home till late at night, I don't have it. Maybe by the time I get home, cook, jump in the shower, I have maybe an hour before I go live. And it's just, I'll be glad when the con season's over with. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sick of it. Do they have him on body cam from the accident? Christine, who are you talking about?
Maybe from Bryan from that night.
Oh, when he passed the car accident, maybe, or dash cam. Didn't you say, Debbie, that was it you that said that they were supposed to have had him when he was driving by the accident?
Well, if you look at the map and look at where the accident was, I don't have it handy now, but there was somebody, I think it was Rory, did a video that showed actual dash cam video from the accident.
Uh-huh.
Which is, weirdly enough, there was a white Elantra parked right there. It wasn't his. You can see like it was on one of the exits out of his neighborhood, but there were like 2 or 3 more that would have taken him to the same spot where he was first seen.
Uh-huh.
So we don't know. I mean, he might have approached the scene and then backed out and left. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they could have him on a dash cam. So that will be interesting to find out for sure.
Right. Anyone have any ideas what happened to Madalena Kojikart? Lieberman, the last thing I heard in Madalena's case was that the detective that's working her case believes that she's still alive.
Yeah, you remember the grandma came out and said that the mother tried to sell her or something to a family member out of the country.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
To get her out of the country.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, like there's family members down in Florida of her mom's that are into some shady stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That also have money, and then her and the mom, Madalena and her mom, are both from Moldova. They still got family over there too, but apparently this detective thinks that she's still alive. I don't know why she thinks that, or if she's come across some type of information that leads her to believe that, but she still thinks that she's possibly still alive.
The only thing that makes me wonder and doubt about that is the fact that the parents burned that couch for a whole day in the backyard. Like, what were they burning? What were they getting rid of?
What don't make sense to me is that the stepdad goes out of town. The mom thinks that possibly that Madalena went with her, but she don't want to call the stepdad and ask because she don't want him to get mad at her. And then he comes home and is like, "Where's Madalena at?" And they don't neither one know.
Like,
It's
Yeah, I likened it to, looking for your remote control. Hey, honey, have you seen the remote? No, I haven't seen it. Have you seen it? No, I don't
Right.
know. Well, I guess it'll turn up. Like they just didn't,
They
neither
it
one of
just
them seemed to care.
I don't understand people losing their kids and not reporting them missing.
Yeah.
It's intentional. It's not an accident. That's for dang
Or
sure.
people forgetting that their child, their baby is in the back seat.
Oh, yes, I talked about that the other night,
Okay.
y'all.
Yeah. I can't get that one either. I'm like, how can you?
No.
I
That
mean,
okay. So that's something. Since we're on that subject, something that they've said before. Because yes, I don't. That's hard for me to comprehend too. However, so the solution to that is you put your purse, you put your wallet, you put something in the back seat so that way you know that you have to get that item before you go into anywhere, whether
Because
it's a
you're going to
store.
remember that and not your kid. That's just
Yeah,
like,
that's just in those
Right,
cases
I
though, a lot of
understand
those
it.
cases are they plumb forgot they had anything in the car. So they probably would walk away without their
yeah.
purse too.
Well, it's but I know what you're saying, but I'm just
At least if
saying
it's their phone, they'd go back in to get it.
they
but
would go
honestly,
look at
how
the back.
many people are going to get out of their car nowadays without their phone?
Right. Or
But
their purse or
right,
something.
yeah. But if you
It's
when it comes to a point that you've got to put your phone or your purse or even your shoe in the back seat with your child to remind you to get your child out of the car when you get
No.
out, you don't need a kid.
And your
I'm sorry, you
shoe. I'm
don't.
like, what are you
Well,
I
supposed to
agree.
drive?
I forgot an entire child at a pizza place one time. A whole
Uh-oh.
kid.
A whole kid.
The whole kid. I it was way back in the 90s when I and I was young. There was no excuse for this, but I had a licensed daycare home when my kids were little, and I had a field trip scheduled for that day to go to Chuck E. Cheese, and
Oh, that place.
so we
Oh,
went, and a couple of the parents were running late, so they met us there. And one of them was a little boy. He was like, I believe he was about 3, and they stamp you when you come in, and they had my stamp and everything on everybody. We all matched. But in all the chaos of me bringing, a few of the children and then a couple other children joining us, when I left, I didn't do a proper head count. It was on me. It was all my fault. But I got all the way home, like a 20-minute
what?
drive, got everybody in the house before I realized. I was like, wait, where's, Connor or whatever his name was.
Mhm.
And I went, oh my God. So I called and they were like, he's fine. He's here. He's just playing in the balls. He's fine. So I called his mommy and I was like, I'm so sorry. Please have me arrested if you want to.
Oh man, I would have
I
been
was just freaking
pissed.
out.
I
I would
would
have
have been
been.
She
so pissed.
started laughing. She was
Oh,
so
I wouldn't have been laughing.
Oh
like,
no way.
don't worry about it. Just it's fine.
I
And
forgot
she was
him
like, how
too.
many kids do you have there? And I'm like, I think I had like 6 kids at my house. And she's like, don't worry about it. When I came in with them, they stamped me too. I'll come back and get them myself.
I'd be like, yeah. Mm-mm.
And he still
So,
came to me for years after that. It wasn't like a deal breaker or anything. She
well, you're
totally understood
glad,
that it was,
be
it was
glad you
everything.
had her instead of me. That's all I'm saying.
I would have been.
I
I
would
Oh
would
have
have
my
been
lost.
livid.
god.
Oh, I would not have been like her. No.
And I agree
And I
that
never
Chuck
did
E.
any more field
Cheese,
trips like that where if they weren't with me when we went somewhere, they couldn't come, period.
yeah, Chuck E. Cheese is the seventh layer of hell. I totally agree with that.
Yeah,
Oh my
it was
God, yes it is.
crazy.
And it's really a filthy seventh layer too.
Yeah, it wasn't back then
Yeah,
though, 'cause
all
it was
the
the super
germs.
early 90s and it was like a brand new place. It was a nice place back then.
That place. Ugh.
In fact, I think it was Incredible Pizza, back when it was brand new.
Now, have you guys been to like is Dave and Buster's?
We
Yeah,
have one. I've been
That's
there.
pretty cool.
I like that place.
I do too. I do like that one. But you're kind of away from all of the noise and all of the other stuff. We had
Mhm.
when we were in Virginia, they have that one, rubber ducky thing that like you put your money in there and you get a play until you win one. So we had more fun trying to get those ducks out of there. And then my granddaughter, she was 5 years old, and this one was like buried down in there that she wanted. The dude even opened it up for us and let her have the one she wanted. And he's like, "Oh, by the way, if any of you guys want any, just go ahead and grab a few. We don't care."
Aw.
Of course, they got me all the ones that were creepy with, skull and crossbones and one eye in the head and stuff. They're like, "Yeah, Omi needs those."
Real quick, y'all, in about 5 minutes, I'm going to be ending it. So if y'all have not hit the thumbs up, please do so before we end it. It shows we have 145 people in here, but only 88 likes, y'all.
Uh-oh.
Like, we can get the likes up a little bit closer to 100, I think.
Well, I will say, as scatterbrained as I have been over the years as a mom and now a grandma, I have never forgotten any of my kids in the car, even when it was something like, not even a planned visit with my grandkids. You know what I mean? Just something
Right.
completely out of the blue, wasn't planning it, and I just had to slip them into my schedule and still do all my other stuff. Never left them in my car.
Of course not.
That's just,
That's, seriously, leaving them. What? Oh, leaving them at Chuck E. Cheese is completely another thing. Seriously. I mean, I could
Yeah,
actually
that was-
see how you could do that.
yeah, it was crazy. That was a crazy day.
Well,
I homeschooled my boys, and I was one of the leaders of the support group that we had. And I was forever, we would do like laser tag and stuff. And I was like forever counting every kid that went in and out of that place to make sure,
That's
because
too much responsibility. I'm
some of
telling
the
you.
parents would drop them off, others would stay and play with them. But yeah, I was forever counting heads, man. I was so paranoid.
Mhm.
well, that's like, this was a case that I talked about the other night. I want to keep saying it was in Florida, but I'm not 100% sure if that's where it was at. But this woman had a little boy, and she let her mom keep him. The mom wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Well, or, I'm sorry, the grandmother wasn't paying attention when the little boy was in her care, and the little boy drowned while he was with her. So, okay, the mom has another kid. She lets her little girl go stay with her mama. Her mama has the baby in the car seat, goes home, gets out, goes in the house, leaves the baby in the hot car, and the baby girl dies.
Oh my God.
Now, this woman has kept 2 of her grandkids by her daughter and let both of them pass away while in her care.
Yeah. Nope. That woman.
First of all, when it happened the first time, my mama wouldn't be keeping my kids again.
No, I'd be like, I love you, Mom, but no.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
well, one reason why my mama wouldn't have been keeping my kids after that is because my mama would have been in jail.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if you're my mama, my grandma, you let one of my kids die while in your care, you're going
Yeah.
to a cell. Sorry, that's just how it is.
In that type of situation, I mean, it's not like it was a freak accident where it was out of her control or like
Right.
something
She wasn't paying attention.
neglect.
And yes, and the baby, and the reason why I want to keep saying it was in Florida is because it seems like he got into a pond or some water that was like right there close to the house, or it could have been a swimming pool. I can't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, she let that happen. And then that little boy's baby sister, she was keeping, and left the baby in the car. And by the time they remembered it or whatever, her husband, when she remembered the baby being in the car, the husband took off running out to the car to get the baby out, and it was too late. The baby was already gone. She was sitting in her car seat. I'm telling you right now, Mom.
Mm-mm. My mom was always so careful with my kids. When they were little and they'd go to her house, she had a pool, but they had a 6-foot fence around it. Mm-hmm. And they would also remove, it was an above ground pool, but they put a 6-foot fence all the way around it when the grandbaby started coming around. And then they also would remove the ladder from the pool completely.
Right.
The whole time that the kids were there.
Mm-hmm.
And kept it all locked up. And they just refused to even take the kids swimming if somebody else wasn't there with them. because they were like, nope, not even taking chances.
Right. I
And
mean,
that's
yeah,
what you
yeah,
call adult responsibility.
Yeah, she was super protective.
I mean, obviously, the grandmother in this case just was not a
Yeah.
responsible adult to let two of her daughter's kids.
No, it kind of makes you wonder if she was like inebriated with something.
Possibly, but I don't.
Mhm.
I don't remember it ever being said like if she was under the influence of anything. But I don't remember really anything about that case coming out after it was said, about the little girl passing away. But it could have been, and I just didn't read about it. Um, if there was anything else about it, but I mean, after the first time, yeah, which I didn't leave my kids with nobody. Growing up, my kids were always with me. Um,
That was mine.
so I never really had to worry about that. But it was just the fact that, like, you let your mama keep your kids, her grandbabies, and
Mhm.
she let that happen to two grandbabies. I just,
Wow.
you know,
I don't
Well,
get
what
it.
about the grandpa who lifted his little 2-year-old grandchild
Oh, that.
up
Oh my
to
God.
see over into the water on the cruise ship and dropped her?
Ugh.
Remember
oh,
I
I
that?
didn't.
remember.
No,
And
I didn't
they
hear
were
about that.
charged. They were
Well,
charged.
what about the ones that, lift their kids up at a zoo and
Yeah.
one of them
Yeah.
got in the gorilla cage?
Yeah.
And one of the mama gorillas, thank goodness, went over and grabbed it and protected it. But that
Yeah.
could have turned out really horrible. That was a dad, I think. People do stupid
Some
things,
Mm-mm-mm.
people
man.
should not procreate,
No,
period.
they should
No,
not.
they shouldn't. They really shouldn't.
Mm-mm.
So it's
Nope.
just I don't understand. I mean, I had my oldest child at 19, and my child from the time he was born, and he's still with me, and he will be always be with me because of his disability. He'll be with me till one of us pass away first. But never have I ever lost a child, left one in a car, uh, had any type of dangerous situation with any of them. And I just don't understand people who leave a kid in a hot car. I don't see how you forget a child, and like you literally put the kid in a car seat in the back seat. How do you forget the child?
Not only that, but what about all these moms who there have been at least 2 or 3 times where I'll get out to go into, a quick trip or something,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll see, 2 or 3 small children just
The
buckled into the
car.
back seat of a car, just left there while
Oh,
somebody
I
runs into the store.
nope,
Even if
can't.
it's for 2 minutes, don't do that.
Mm-mm.
I will
Nope.
stop and sit on the hood of the car and wait for the mother and chew her butt out right in front of everybody.
I can see you doing
Thank
that.
I
you,
do
Libra
it.
Moon. So Libra Moon said that the case I was talking about was in Florida, and the grandma got arrested. I just I don't know. I don't get people leaving kids in a car by themselves, or they will let a kid be in the car, all crawling all over the car, and the car be cranked running.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So let the baby get up there and think that he's going to drive like mama drives, puts the car in drive, and he runs over somebody or into a building.
Yeah.
Just there's
Mhm.
like so many adults here lately that is just completely irresponsible. I just don't understand it.
Did you remember that one a few months ago where it was hot? It was really, really hot, and that woman and her boyfriend left the dog
Yeah.
in the car that was a paraplegic. That one, they should like be.
Hmm. I remember
They
that.
they
We
got
actually
L.
talked about that one on
They
here.
got life in prison, right? They
Yeah,
both.
they got L.
Yeah,
Yeah, they should have been taken out and abused badly.
Yeah.
yeah.
Punishment should fit the crime in that case.
It
Like
really
it,
should.
it literally showed it on, and they. That's what I don't get. There will be a camera on the property, knowing that
Yeah.
the camera is there, and they could do something like that in front of the camera. But thank God the camera was there though, because it caught them when they took that little girl and put her in that car. How long it was that they stayed in the house when they went back in there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they went
That,
inside to do drugs and have sex, and then came
Yeah.
out, figured out she was in the car, and then what did they do? They went and hung out on the porch, snuggling and scrolling their phones. Like what?
Mhm.
Yep.
yeah. Those people should. I firmly believe that if it's known 100% sure that you did that to a person or a child especially, you should have that same thing done to you or something equally horrible. But then it's like, who's going to do that? But you know what I mean? It's like if there's something that we could come up with that would be, because, the death penalty, that doesn't scare people anymore.
So,
No, because it's practically a life sentence anyway. And like Lucky Phil just said, parents not holding their hands. Like mine were '90s babies, '90s kids, and they were leash kids.
Oh,
Whenever we went
mine
to the
were
mall or
too.
something,
Yep.
they were my youngest two. Usually I'd have two in a double stroller, and then the third one was on a leash. I didn't care. Nobody
Yeah.
cared back then. It wasn't a big deal, but I would
Mine,
far
mine,
rather them on a leash than wander off.
mine, one was always 10 feet in front of me. The other was 10 feet behind me. And I was turning around in circles the whole time. And they were on leashes too. But I did get some pretty dirty looks sometimes from people that
I didn't care.
I didn't care either. But it was like, really? At least my kids are safe.
Exactly. You're not going to be able to snatch them from me, and they're not going to wander off. So
Right.
mind your
yeah,
business.
because people don't hold their hands. They let them run all over a store, and then when something happens to them, then they're wondering, well, why did this happen? Well, because you're not watching your kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
why. And if more people watch their kid and not forget about it, because I hate when summer months come and it's like down in the south, it's like it was this past summer, 112 degrees here, plus you got the heat index. Imagine the temperature inside of a hot car, and you leave your kids in there and you forget them. I don't grasp the concept of the thinking of a person who leaves their child in a car. I don't get it.
Either.
It happens in the winter too, and the poor little babies just freeze to death. It's awful.
I don't get it. I really don't.
Understand people.
All right, y'all. Well, I hate to run tonight this early. Usually I'm on here a lot longer, but I do need to get to bed because I have to get up early in the morning again. I'm not, y'all, I'm not a morning person.
I'm sorry. I was reading Michelle's.
When we put the leash on my 4-year-old grandson, he throws himself in the floor. Oh,
Oh,
All right. Well, I'm going to jump down. Good night, everybody. I love y'all.
we love you too, Lady V. Have a good night. Thank you for coming up.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
bye,
Talker, have a
everybody.
good night. Crime Sleuth, thank you so much for coming up. It was good to see you.
You too. Thank you so much. Have a great
You're
night,
welcome.
everybody.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Kelly, thank you so much for coming up.
Well, thank you for having me. It was very informative tonight. I mean, it was really interesting with all the mapping and everything.
Right. Yes. Now, if we can just get a date for this trial. Michelle, have a good night. We can get a date, y'all. I'm going to be happy like a kid in a candy store. All I need is a date for the trial.
Yep. All right. Well, I will talk to you tomorrow. I hope you have a good day tomorrow.
Oh, yes. I'm just going to have a blast. Can't you tell by my voice?
So much sarcasm.
Yes. I'm literally gritting my teeth as I say it.
Oh. Oh no.
Lucky
Right.
Phil, you have a wonderful night.
Well, good
All right.
night. I'll talk to
Okay,
you
Ke-
later.
all right. Have a good night.
Where'd you go?
Will be still here? I can hear you.
Hold on. Can
Okay.
you hear me? Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
I was saying good night.
I got out of Discord. My computer did its mind of its own thing.
Do you need me to send the link to you again?
No, I'm good. You guys are finishing up.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm good. I had a good night, and everybody have a good day tomorrow. And I'll see you. And Deb, it's glad to see you back in action.
All right,
Yep.
Will be. Well, you have a wonderful night.
All righty.
Good night, guys.
Kelly,
Bye-bye.
you have a good night as well.
Too. Bye.
Bye. May, you are very welcome. Aaron, have a good night. Mara, you have a good night as well. Will be, do you need me to kick you off the panel?
No, here's the
Well-
thing. I've got another page open, and I'll get it.
Okay.
This computer's about to drive me friggin' nuts. And I didn't say a cuss word, and I really want to.
Uh,
Uh,
okay, there you went. Scott, Merry Christmas to you and your family as well. And yeah, like I said earlier, if between now and Christmas, if there's some of you that I don't get to see in chat, I hope you and your family have a wonderful Christmas, a happy New Year. I will let y'all know if I decide to go live on Christmas night. I more than likely will, um, but I'll let y'all know for sure between now and then. But I do want to thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Hopefully, they will get this trial scheduled and we can get it started no later than the summer. Mark, yes, Mark, email me, and then that way I can put the link in there, or you can go to my community page, and I have the link on there, and you can grab it from there. Gigi, not yet, honey. I will email you back probably tomorrow. I got to email you and Glowbug both back. For Chihuahuas, have a wonderful night. I emailed you. Okay, Mar, I will go check it and send the link to you. I hadn't had time to go through all of my emails, but I'll go check it out in just 1 second once I end the live. But I love you all. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. I hope y'all have a wonderful night, day, morning, wherever you may be in the world. And I will see y'all later.